Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm pooped.
Why?
Just tired.
Well, I know night before last you were up late making cameos. Was that last night too?
All day.
Oh my God. We got to stop talking about this on the air.
It's my whole life.
It's destroying you.
It's my whole life.
People are getting excited about it.
They are. I've done so many as Chip. I'm loving them, but I'm just tired.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
like performing all day.
squeezing the soul out of you.
And the two Edgars.
A couple of people requested Edgar.
Well,
Is it becoming Chip and Friends on Cameo?
no. He's got his own.
What?
He joined.
Oh my, what are you doing?
I know.
What kind of time do you have in your day?
His will only be a couple, though.
Can you find Edgar Mellencamp on Cameo?
No.
What are you doing? $68? Are you competing with Chip?
Chip was furious, yeah.
Oh my God. Chip is furious. Now they're arguing.
Yeah. This is my life. But I'm very, very tired.
Of course you are.
Very sleepy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. This is what I do all fucking day.
And then you got to keep straight which one's the Chip hat. and which
I
one's
almost
the
did
Edgar
Chip
hat.
with the Edgar hat. It's
And Edgar's got a wig.
No, he doesn't.
That's Edgar's hair?
Yeah. It's his natural hair.
Edgar's hair doesn't change, though. Like, Edgar's appearance doesn't change the way
Nope,
Chip's appearance
not at all.
changes. Yeah.
Edgar's will be the same in everyone.
Wow.
There's only two.
For now, because only two people know it exists.
For now. No, I mean only two hats. Only two, yeah, only a couple outfits. He's not as popular as Chip.
No, he's not, but now everybody knows
Are you
now.
going to do it? Are you thinking of doing it?
No.
It's fun.
It doesn't sound that fun.
You don't have to do it. Like, I like to get them done fast. You don't have to. You can always wait a day.
Yeah. Well, plus, I mean, what am I going to do? I don't have any silly characters
You don't
to
need
be
'em.
like, hey,
Just be encouraging. Talk wrestling.
shit farts.
I want that.
I can't do it.
Can you isolate that? What he just said?
Unfortunately, we don't have the technology to isolate that.
Please isolate him saying I'm Sammy Shitfarts. Hope I didn't talk over it.
It doesn't matter. We have
Fine, all the mics are isolated.
Yeah, we have all the mics isolated anyway.
Oh, right,
You can
yeah.
talk all you want over it. You got it clean.
Okay. Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any of these like ridiculous characters.
No,
or
but you're in the
anything.
wrestling world. In wrestling, they fucking...
Yeah, but I'm also like hated in the wrestling world.
Yeah, but they might just get you to...
Talk shit about somebody.
Yeah.
I called in the last show that I did. They turned our mics live to the audience, like we did the pre-show in the arena, and they turned our mics live for the first time, so the whole arena could hear us.
Right. Oh.
And the good guy team was like, they lost one of their team members for the main event, and they said, okay, we're going to pick this wrestler as our new team member. And when they got back to us, I said, what a bottom of the barrel pick she is. And boo, fuck you. My Twitter's blowing up. Why did they let him on TV?
They hate you.
Hate me. It's great.
Does the wrestler get mad?
I don't know. I didn't talk to her.
Do you know her?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. She's an affable person. I don't think that she'd be upset, but
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
She has to get it.
I would hope so.
It's a part of your job.
Right.
So they can all hear you when you're just doing a live broadcast.
Yes.
How many people?
An arena full.
Oh.
Like, it was the Rosemont, or the old Rosemont Horizon. I can't remember what it's called now. So like
17,000?
yeah, somewhere between 12 and 17,000, I would say.
Were they happy with your choice of words?
I hated it. All-state arena. Yeah, and then I said, like, another wrestler has just accomplished nothing. I said he walked into NXT full of potential and has accomplished nothing since then. Boo!
What wrestler?
His name's Matt Riddle.
Oh, I know that is.
Yeah, he fought in UFC.
That's probably why. He doesn't like Dana, right? Like he's
No,
pissed
yeah,
off?
Dana fired him.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And then he was getting very successful in UFC, but he also got, I think, popped for weed a couple times in UFC. And eventually Dana fired him and said, this kid's not going to amount to anything. And then he became a huge success in wrestling. So,
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you do that
great.
for fun.
it's great.
It's fun sometimes people getting annoyed at you.
I love it. I feed off of it. I
Yeah.
feed off of the hate.
Yeah.
That's what seeps through my veins. But I don't know how that translates to a ridiculous Cameo page.
People might just ask you to do silly shit.
Plus, I'd be like $278 per video. I don't think that the requests would start rolling
No,
in.
you keep it reasonable. This way you can do them all day.
That's the goal. This way you don't have to think about emptiness because your life is full
Yeah.
of cameo requests.
You're talking to all these lovely people.
Right. Your life is full of cameo requests for the characters that you invented in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no. So right now it's not on the docket. I'm never, you never say never.
Travis, would you do it?
Travis,
Would
you
I do
should.
what?
You should be on cameo.
Yeah, okay.
People might want you to bark.
Sure they would.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
How great would it be if Travis was on?
That's what I'm going to do.
Travis, if you were on Cameo for like $3, everybody would get Travis cameos.
They would.
If it was just like, yeah, if it was a minor fee, you'd probably make it up for it in volume.
I bet
A
you.
minor fee is what Uncle Paul's going to charge when he goes
Yeah.
That's true.
Sure.
only-
Take 2 4s.
Yeah, if it was like $3 for the Tef Dog on Cameo.
Travis could get like $25.
Yeah.
Who do you think I am?
People
Like-
would love to have you bark at them.
I would buy one.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd make $75.
That'd be dope.
They would want you to oofa oofa.
$75 in that pocket, though.
That's true.
Right? Straight to your PayPal. You don't tell the wife. Buy some tchotchkes on eBay. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
What does he like to buy?
What I like to
Tchotchkes.
buy?
He loves
Yeah,
tchotchkes.
Does he like tchotchkes?
Yeah, I'm a big tchotchke guy. Yep. That's me.
You're not a sneaker guy.
I'm not a sneaker guy.
No, he likes Disney tchotchkes. He
Yeah.
likes little ceramic Disney.
Would you buy
And
a
I play with
ceramic
them. Yeah.
Disney
Yeah.
thing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any Mickey Mouse things in your house?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I play with them when my wife and daughter aren't home.
I believe that.
I do too.
Oh, hi,
You really like Mickey Mouse?
Mickey. He's fine.
It's not my favorite character. I'm more of a goofy guy.
Do you prefer Goofy or Mickey?
Is that a little Frankie mumble?
Baby Frank. I'm going to miss Baby Frank.
Me
Yeah, I
too.
enjoy him.
Do you have a preference, Goofy or Mickey?
No.
What about
I guess-
Donald?
I guess Mickey. Well, Donald
Donald's-
Duck's number one.
Even though
Really?
he's so ornery, though.
He's number one.
I don't know what that.
Donald Duck is
He's
always
piss. The other ones are shit.
I see.
So, do you like wearing? Would you rather wear a Donald Duck shirt or a Mickey Mouse shirt?
These are the stupidest questions I've ever been
Well,
asked.
what about one of the little Star Wars turds that they put in the movie?
Porg?
Oh,
The porgs.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
not.
I have
I'm
a
sorry,
porg
not
shirt.
turds.
oh,
Porgs.
you
Yeah,
like the porgs?
he
I mean,
loves
I-
the porgs.
I liked it enough to buy a T-shirt when the movie came out.
That's a lot.
I was like, oh, that's cute.
I mean, Jim, you like Anderson Silva?
Yes,
One of your favorites of all time?
sure.
No wonder he's on your T-shirt.
That's right.
Travis got porgs.
Porgs.
Well, I bought it because it says Star Wars, and then it's just like 3 porgs. I'm like, that's so fucking stupid.
It is weird.
Like,
Yeah, but also, you're a fan of porgs.
I love porgs.
Yeah.
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 To answer your question, I would probably wear a Mickey Mouse shirt over a Donald shirt because I have Mickey Mouse shirts.
Smart.
I
You
don't
wouldn't have
have
to
any
buy one.
Donald
why
Yeah.
don't you get one?
Because there's no good Donald shirts.
Do you have one of those hats that's a Donald Duck head where the brim is a duck duck bill?
Oh,
You don't have one of them?
No, but a long time ago, I bought one of those big goofy hats.
Oh, with the ears?
Yeah, like,
Ugh.
When you say a long time ago, you mean still this decade.
yeah.
You still
were-
were married,
You're in your 30s.
I think it's when we got married.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's when
so-
we went on our honeymoon.
and you bought a goofy hat on your honeymoon.
Yeah, I'm goofy. What do you? Yeah, I'm like, woohoo!
Yeah, it works two ways because you're like, it's my personality too, right, babe?
Oh
I'm
my.
pretty sure I bought one.
Yeah.
Where were you? Oh, you honeymooned in Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you went back there over and over and over again.
Not for a couple of years. That actually,
Oh, okay.
we weren't like that back then. We decided to go to Disney on our honeymoon because we both hadn't been there in so long.
Right. Now you go to Disney like Jim answers cameos as characters.
Yep.
It's just got to fill the hole.
No, it's
Let's
a
go
lot less
back.
than it used to be. It's like every 2 years now.
Oh, you don't go every year?
No,
I think that's suitable.
yeah, every 2 years. I'm fine with that.
I'm tired.
Well, you've been doing cameos all night.
We have David
you
Tell
got a
and Ian
problem.
Fidance today.
Yeah. Do you think
Glad
that
to
other
come in.
comedians get jealous that you can have multiple cameo profiles because you got all those fun characters?
I think they'll probably look at it with revulsion.
Yeah. Do you think sometimes if as your friends start to find out that you're doing this, they go like, I hope he's okay.
No, I don't think they care.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah, no. They get it and they don't care either way.
So there is this part of them that goes like, he's probably not okay, but what difference does that make?
Yeah, who cares?
I see. Okay.
Fuck do they care? They got their own lives and careers, and
Right.
everyone's worried about themselves.
They don't care about you at
No.
all?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We were caring, but they don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I don't.
Right. Like they'll go like, oh, I hope he's okay because every now and then we have a fun conversation. But other than
Yeah.
that, who cares?
Who cares?
I see.
Even people that love me are like they're doing their thing. Everyone's worried about their own thing.
But that doesn't mean they don't care about you.
No. I know I don't mean that. I
You don't
mean,
see
like,
somebody doing something that you care about sometimes and go like, I hope they're all right.
Everyone I know does things I think are bad for them. If it's
Like-
not food, it's drinking.
That's
it's,
true. When Voss comes in here, you go like, "What are you doing with the gambling?
Yeah, what are you doing?
You got to stop."
Every one of them has something.
He spits all over himself. That's true.
He came on Chip last night.
How do you do?
Voss and Bobby were surprise guests.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was very fun. It was a packed house.
Surprise guest for you.
Yeah,
You didn't know they were coming.
no idea.
They just happened to
They
be
had
in
me
town.
downstairs, and
Yeah.
Voss just texted me. And I was like, "Well, you should come up." I was like, in 5 minutes before.
Yeah.
And then he wears no headphones.
Of course.
And talks while you're doing live reads. Fucking idiot.
No instincts.
No,
But Cameo's working out great.
it's,
Can we get an example of Edgar on Cameo?
Uh,
Yesterday we did a couple examples of Chip on Cameo, and Jim didn't like it. He did a 3-minute song as Chip, which I don't remember, but I remember it was
I would say the
embarrassing.
It's humiliating. I would say of the two, I guess the Brady and Daniel.
Okay, Brady
Oh wait,
by Brady for Daniel. It's a little longer too.
is it?
Yeah, 122 instead of 116.
That was the first one.
I'm glad you did this. This is a smart investment of your time, I think. This will be good.
It's unlistenable.
Edgar for Daniel and Michelle booked by Brady. Good afternoon, Mr. Mellencamp. It's evening. My wife, Daniel, heads when I do cheap and Edgar.
It's so annoying. It's infuriating. I can't stand
It's
it.
infuriating.
It's so annoying. Like, just get to it.
That's
What do
why-
you like? You forget halfway through the sentence what you're talking about
Yeah,
because it's been so long.
it's infuriating.
Go on.
lawful mother-in-law, Michelle.
You paid
Lord.
$68 for this.
People are using it to annoy people.
Yeah, that's it. I hope you get so many more Edgar requests.
No, I won't. Edgar's not. He's not Chip. I'll get a few, but
All right, go to Cameo/Edgar Mellencamp.
I'll get a few.
Okay, we'll see. Because this seems like it's even more exhausting to do than Chip.
It's hard.
Right. So here's what you do. If you're trying to get cameos to annoy people, get Edgar cameos to annoy the person portraying Edgar.
Yeah.
You mind if we watch the one where he? It's the one that you sell it on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Like this is so like. Should we go with Edgar? And
it's
this
not it's not well shot. Your face is
yeah.
half of it's cut off. It's too close.
I don't know.
You got to hit that mic.
That's on.
I think you got to hit the speaker.
sorry.
Yeah.
Cameo. Wishing people happy birthday. And happy anniversary. It's broken. I'm Edgar on Cameo.
That's sad, man.
Fee.
For a fee.
It's just
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough.
That's a rough one.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing a show with Jim. What's he up to? Oh, he's got these 2 Cameo accounts that he's been working on. Oh, I mean, Jim is very well known. He's got 2. Yeah, neither one of them are Jim. You know that there are a lot of fans of Jim Norton.
Yeah.
He's not on Cameo. Are you going to?
Nah, they're fun. I enjoy it.
Of course you do, but it's eating away at your life, you know? Drugs are fun.
They are.
Some of
How much is Tom Arnold?
$100.
Yeah, it's one of those things where for as long as I do it, I'll do it. And like anything else in life, you get sick of it, I'm sure.
Mhm.
But for a while, you enjoy it. You
Yeah.
know, it's new and it's funny and it's everyone is new, everyone's different.
Of course.
You
Have you-
can't do it forever.
I hope you go on vacation when we're off for the holidays and you get stuck doing them while you're on
Trust me,
vacation.
I
You have to-
know.
I just want you to start packing bags with hats. Just tons of it. Just having. No, I have to check a bag. Why? It's full of hats.
It's obviously what's happening in my life now. It's what's happening.
You have a wardrobe bag?
I got to get new chip glasses.
I was just thinking that.
I don't know where those. Those are from that owl sketch I did as Colin Quinn. Those are the glasses. That's where I got those.
Oh.
I took them as a goof from the set.
Yeah.
And I have no idea where they're from. They shouldn't be that hard to replace.
I wouldn't think so. They're like circular rims with the lenses popped out.
But the right thickness and everything.
Because it can't look like they have to look ridiculous, but not like you got them from Oriental Trading toy glasses.
No, not true. They gotta be real glasses.
Yeah. I'll bet you could just go to Lens Crafters and give them to them and
You don't
say,
think they're that hard to replace?
no, just say, like, can you find me something that looks stupid like this?
You may have to go somewhere a little more boutique,
I don't know what they
like
are.
Cohen's or like one of those places.
Just
in
go
the
into a
city.
glasses store and be like, can you find anything that's stupid like this? And they're like, oh, yeah, we sell stupid glasses all the time.
Yeah, there's not even a name on them. There's not even a name, a brand.
It's not.
No.
Maybe it's store brand.
Yeah, they're probably cheap. They were just wardrobe grabbed them to make me look owlish.
Yeah. Well, I guess you look owlish
I put that up recently. Colin put it up, and I think I retweeted it. It was very funny when they dressed me like an owl.
from Cop Show. Is that what
Yeah.
it was from? Yeah, I saw that video. It was really funny.
I'm really enjoying his Instagrams
Yeah.
because I haven't seen all of them. I've seen clips of all of them.
Yeah, I remember we went to the premiere. Colin did a show that was only online called Cop Show.
When was
Colin
the
Quinn.
premiere? Oh, it was
It
Caroline's.
was at Caroline's. And yeah, it had a sponsor and it was just an internet show. But it was a parody of like a behind the scenes, almost like The Office, except for people that work on one of those like Law and Order type, cop shows. And it was great because it just pointed out everything that you see on every single one of these shows.
Yeah.
To the point where you can't, I mean, Colin does stuff that's so genius, you can't watch your shows anymore.
I'm telling you, it ruined the series about the unbelievable, about the rape.
Right, yeah.
Because those cops, the six of them sitting around playing pool, swapping info about their cases, not knowing each other in a bar.
That's
And
what
it's just trite dialogue.
that's what a good parody will do.
Yeah.
Like,
Ruins things.
ruins things because it points out stuff that when you see it, you're like, oh my God, why didn't I ever notice how awful that is before?
Yeah.
And then you can't unsee it ever because you know it's true.
No. Yeah, that's really funny, man.
Yeah,
I hope he
yeah.
does it again.
And it's good. Hey, speaking of online stuff, we never talked about it, but earlier this week, I know you're obsessed with the Conways, Kellyanne Conway and George Conway.
I can't. I hate him, but not because of his belief. Like I don't care if he doesn't. If he wrote things about Trump that were negative.
Yeah.
But it's this weird.
What did he write? Do we
He
know?
responded to Kellyanne on Twitter. She had said something
It's his wife.
about Biden, and he said he quoted her, and he wrote, "Your boss didn't seem to think so."
That's unnecessary.
This is your fucking wife, you asshole.
Yeah.
He's going out of his way almost to make things difficult for his wife. He strikes me as a person who's jealous that she is so famous and successful, and he hates Trump, but he's trying to get his name to be bigger by being Trump's nemesis.
He probably had like a conversation with her when she took the job with Trump, going like, you know what? Your funeral, this isn't going to last, and it's going to kill your career. And he's just seeing like Kellyanne Conway.
That's right.
Like her or hate her, she's certainly more famous, more well-known, and on more television shows than she's ever been. I had no idea who this person was before any of this stuff started.
Even if you hated the guy and you were going to speak about him in a not positive way, would you fuck over your spouse this way?
No, I just stay
That's
off
fucking
Twitter.
your spouse over.
Yeah, of course. I just stay off Twitter. I mean, look, I love it. I have no negative emotion towards it whatsoever because I just love the idea.
It is fun to watch.
Yeah, that there's this infighting happening, and you can just imagine the palpable tension that's in that house.
I don't know that.
I mean, they're now
I would love to
tweeting.
know. I would love to know what's going on in that house. What does she say to this fucking idiot when she gets home?
If you go back, Troy, there was an article when you Googled. There was an article that had the tweet in it. There it is. George Conway takes a swipe. Yeah, because I was reading this like, you're right. It could be that they just let each other do their jobs and they don't bring their work home. But once you start tweeting, like once you're quote tweeting your wife,
They have to talk about it at home.
they have to. And plus, with jobs like this, it's not like they work, a union job. Like
Right.
they're not at a construction site. There's no leaving your job at work when you get home and on the news they're talking about you. It doesn't happen, It says it's no secret the top presidential advisor Kellyanne Conway and her husband, a frequent Trump critic, just love it, don't see eye to eye on the president. But on Monday, they duked it out on Twitter. after conservative lawyer George Conway needled his wife about a Joe Biden tweet. Kellyanne Conway had retweeted a brief video clip of the former vice president speaking to a crowd along with a comment, "Sleepy Joe is creepy Joe," she wrote. "We need Ukraine's help to defeat this guy?" George Conway quote tweeted it and wrote, "Your boss apparently thought so."
You know what it is? He thinks his wife has probably sold her soul just to get further ahead. I think
Yeah.
that he probably thinks.
Yeah, I would believe that because he would be the only one who knows how she actually feels, right? When she goes home, like what her actual thoughts and opinions are.
And
on
I
this stuff.
asked Don when he was here about does she agree with him on some like what is
I think he blamed it on the Democrats.
did he?
He blamed everything on the Democrats.
Oh, yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, again, and you never know because you're not in the house with them. But what the fuck? I don't understand it. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
I
like
don't either.
there's what's her name? Mary? Is it Maitland or Matlin and James Carville?
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
legendary foes on the fucking campaign trail.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between running 2 campaigns
Mhm.
and sitting there while your wife is rising in the ranks and just blasting her ball. It's a different thing. Carvel and his wife were doing 2 things as equals, and they were on opponents of each other.
It's
a
almost
weird-
like sport
in a way it is, yeah.
for those two. But Kellyanne Conway is like so famous. And like,
And no one gives a fuck about George Conway.
right. I can't imagine being in a position like we were talking about how all the wrestling fans boo me. And I'm like, oh, that's funny, whatever.
Sure.
But then if my wife was tweeting like,
Right.
hey, you shouldn't be on TV, you suck. I'd
Right.
be like,
She texted it to me.
well, again, that's private. I don't have to
friends.
deal with that. Yeah, I don't. That's not. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
She's like, talk to him.
Get him out of the spotlight once and for all.
Oh.
But like, if she started tweeting, "Fuck this guy," how did he get on TV? I'd be like, Jess, what are you doing? Like, we live together. You could just tell me if you feel that way, but there's no reason to tweet that.
Or is there something that we don't see? Like, is there something where they both know what they're doing and she's like, fine, I'm in this job
Yeah.
and doesn't mind him doing that? Like, is there something between these two that they're both like, oh, this is great?
Well, yeah. Okay. So there's 2 possibilities with that. Either it's just a simple case of both of them knowing it's theater and they kind of play it up publicly because they both know what's going on. Or is this some kind of weird foreplay where he insults her on Twitter a little bit and she knows like, oh, okay. Get that tension building. You know how some couples they need tension?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to feel that
Right.
emotion again. Maybe this is some kind of weird
Maybe.
foreplay.
Maybe, yeah, without realizing it, that they're just doing it and all of a sudden, but she's not antagonizing him at all.
No, but she also knows that she's such a public figure and her husband just isn't. Like her husband, Kellyanne Conway's husband is famous because he disagrees with his wife.
That's exactly why he's famous.
And his wife is very famous.
But neither of them really addresses I mean, again, they're like, well, that's our personal life. But how come they don't address it? I'm dying to know.
I'm dying to know too.
They must think it makes them interesting, and they're right.
It makes him very interesting. We're talking about him.
Yep.
But like if SNL did a parody and they had somebody dressed up as George Conway, if he didn't have a name tag on, I'd be like, who's that guy supposed to be?
Who is that guy?
I don't know
Yeah.
what George Conway looks like. I guess I do. I'm sure I've seen photos, but if you ask me right now, I'd be like, I don't know, probably fat. I don't know.
What does he do? He's just a lawyer?
He's a lawyer. It says he's a conservative. Yeah, he's a little chubby. I would have thought he had gray hair. If you told me right now who is this fat man in the suit,
He's like Patton Oswalt.
yeah, I'd be like, I don't know. I guess it looks like Chris Christie lost some weight. You know,
Patton should play him on SNL.
if they
That'd be a
used-
funny sketch. If
It
they
would be
did, yeah.
funny. Yeah. Patton would have to add a little extra to the chin.
Yeah, and something, but just the
that'd be
round
okay.
shape of the face and a wig. Patton could pull it off and be funny with it.
He did pretty well as far as, spouses go,
She's very, very attractive.
especially for him, right?
Yeah. He's probably I'm going to give him maybe a 3,
Right.
and she's a 7.5.
I don't know if I go as far as 7.5.
Oh, I would.
for
She's
her.
tall, blonde, and sexy, and a little older.
A little older.
But she's sexy. Absolutely.
I might go in the 6.5 range, but 6.5 compared to a 3 is still quite an upgrade.
I'd give her 7.5 because she's probably fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, you like those buttoned up,
Mm-hmm.
women that are buttoned up on TV.
She's 52.
You like
she looks amazing.
a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets.
I like that. That's what I call myself. Let's talk to Mike real quick because he called yesterday, and I do know.
I think it's the opposite. for what you call yourself. Lady in the sheets.
Yeah, Mike on Long Island. Hello, buddy.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Hey, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mike.
Mike.
You've been on hold for 2 days,
Mike.
man. What are you doing?
We're not hanging up on you. Or you can hang up because I'll say the news. He called yesterday. He wanted to tell me that there's a porn star named Brandon Iron who I knew for a long, long time, and he passed away. I did know that, though he died. I think he was in Ireland, but I did know that.
How did he die?
I think he was depressed.
Mm.
I believe. But he was there when I did my first Tonight Show. He was one of the guys in the house when I was watching with Joey Silvera.
Says he died in like months ago.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
I found out a while ago. He's just letting me know. He's not a big name. He's not like meaning like where the public would know him.
Yeah.
So he's probably just wondering if I knew.
Oh,
But I did.
That's
I
a
found
weird
out.
thing to call in with.
Yeah. So thank you, Mike. I did know, and I actually felt bad when I heard it. I liked him a lot.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, it's, the older you get, the more you see, the more people you know. I found out another person I know, someone I used to date, casually date, but I mean, I dated her, she passed away. And I found out months after she died. Like, that's how it is as you get older.
Sure.
People you're like, hey, did you hear so-and-so die? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Sometimes natural causes, sometimes depression gets you, sometimes it's drugs. But fuck, the older you get, man, you don't ever get used to it. Like, it's never comfortable.
Right. It's almost like
but it becomes a part of things.
rattling that you're like, this feels like it's happening a lot. And you go, no, this is just
It's just the way it is.
just the way it is.
And then there's a little part of you that you're like, you fucking, hey man, I'm outliving people, so I guess I'm getting longevity.
I win.
In a way, yeah.
I beat them.
It's the only way to look at it without feeling terrible.
You're right. I defeated the dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That means you're a winner. And you get to go home and you use your life. That's the point. That you are still alive. And you are going home and you are carpe dieming. You're seizing the moment by spending hours upon hours talking into your cell phone as a character for $69 a pop.
I will say that there are people who would speculate that he's doing better than I am right now. And that would not be, it would be hard for me to argue.
Let's go to
Mike?
Oh boy, yeah, I could be in trouble. Mike in Yonkers.
Yeah, Sammy, I never bought into toxic masculinity, but you giving a woman a score of a 6 is kind of absurd, buddy.
Why?
You're like a 2.
That's true.
Yeah, but what difference does that make? I mean, a boxing judge
Yeah.
is not the greatest boxer in the world.
But he knows a little something about boxing.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Like, the UFC judges aren't getting in an octagon. Like, they could say, hey, Chuck
That is-
Liddell, you don't get a lot of points. And
That's
Chuck
true.
Liddell's like, I could beat your ass.
That is true.
The judge is like, yeah, so the fuck what?
How many 6, 7, or 8s have you gone on dates with, Sammy?
All of them. Every single. By the way, no
Me
6s
too.
for me.
I
7,
love
8,
you,
9s.
Sam.
Love you too, Mike.
Yeah. Now you're talking my language.
No, that's not what I meant. Sean in Boston.
Good morning. This is for my boys.
Oh, is it hard not to give him one?
Yeah, I know. I could tell that you're already like falling down the.
Can't do it.
As you add more cameos, it's going to be more difficult and more difficult not to.
I know.
What's up, Sean?
Hey, Sean.
Well, first of all, Sam, I don't think you're a 2. I think you work pretty hard and you seem like a nice guy and a great interviewer. You're probably like a 4 or a 5.
Thank you. Yeah, my
But with-
personality.
I'd
makes
give
up for
Sam a
lot.
4.
Yeah, I don't need that,
Yeah.
but thanks. Yeah, sure.
No, you're great. And but I would actually like to hear your rating on Sarah Huckabee Sanders and some of the other staff. I loved that you guys rated it. I don't think it's toxic at all.
It's not toxic because we like the people, and 6.5 is a good score. By the way,
I disagree.
Kellyanne Conway 6.5 is 65%, and that's passing.
I
so.
give her a 7.5, and if and she's 52, so she might even be an 8 because she looks amazing. 52 years old, she looks great.
Okay, I mean, if you want, that's like curving the grade, though.
Well, you have to though.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's why there's weight classes. That's why there's age
That's
divisions
true.
and things. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. I mean, you make up for age, and I might be, it might be higher than a 6.5.
Yeah,
Higher
she's-
than me for sure.
Beautiful. She's very competent.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Now, your question about Sarah Huckabee Sanders, we all know that I do have an affection for Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah.
And I would definitely rate her. I mean, she to me is without. I'm not even joking around. That's a 7.5 at least for me.
Okay.
Troy is giving me weird
Troy,
eyes
what do you
right
think?
now.
Troy, you're a coxman.
Yeah, he is. That thing's about to fall off. He uses it so much.
Yeah, he does.
She's all right. I mean, I don't know if she's. What'd you say? A 7.5?
At least a 7.
I'd give her a
5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
5.5.
All right, well,
she's
you-
better than average.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
better
yeah.
than like
Very
Slightly,
pretty
very,
face.
very slightly.
Yeah. And her attitude. She's just got that like boss bitch attitude.
Well,
I
that-
like her
that-
dad, too.
That helps.
Even though I agree with almost nothing he says. But I met him and he was really nice to me. So now I like him.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Isn't it funny how when you meet someone and they're nice to you, it's hard to hate them?
Yeah, remember, and vice versa, too. Remember when you decided Derek Jeter was the worst baseball player of all time?
I've
Because he didn't give you autographs?
No, I never thought he was a bad ball player. And in hindsight, I kind of felt like a dick about that, even though he was not being nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he was doing something for charity.
You trashed him because he wouldn't give you a autograph.
I did. Yeah, I was on no sleep. I was sleep deprived.
Well, you were sleep
Well,
deprived.
we were already, you know what it was, because we were already there at this thing, and it was a picture of me and him. But I still should have.
And to be fair, you were sleep deprived because you were up late trying to get an autograph from Derek Jeter.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff to that one.
Yeah.
But that's one of the ones I look back on. I'm like, I was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We live and we learn. Thank you, Sean. But yeah,
Love you. Bye-bye.
I understand that Sarah Huckabee Sanders is not everybody's cup of tea, but she is my cup of tea.
I understand.
Yeah.
And Barry, no. Can we answer Barry, please? This
Yeah,
is
of
not
course.
happening. What would I do with it?
What's up, Barry?
Hey, Jim, huge fan. I love you.
Thank you.
Sam, I acknowledge you're there.
Okay.
That's not very
Doesn't
nice
help
to
me
say.
at all. I don't need your acknowledgement, quite frankly, Barry. And I don't acknowledge you.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm here. But, Jim, I was just wondering if these soundboard apps, could you do a chip soundboard app with all your expressions on there? That would be so awesome.
Maybe, yeah. but-
$1.99 to get the chip soundboard on your phone.
Oh, that would be friggin'
I
awesome.
mean, of course, people would buy the goddamn shit.
I could
don't know
annoy
about
so
that.
many people. I could annoy so many people with that.
They would definitely buy it, dude. $1.99 to get the soundboard that you use on the stupid podcast. Yes, they would buy it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
That's
It
happening.
is fun. This is one thing about all that nonsense that I like, just to digress for 1 second, is that people do use it to annoy each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so many guys will write me and go, my wife hates shit. Like, that makes me laugh.
Yeah.
The guys are just being dicks, and they're fucking trolling their wives and their girlfriends.
Yeah, it's fun to know you're impacting people's lives.
Girls are trolling their boyfriends. It's just less, because more guys like it than women.
Sure.
But it's funny when people use things like that to annoy each other.
Yeah. I would be really annoyed if my wife started doing chip stuff. I would hate
That's
it.
my goal.
To get Jess
I love
to start.
Jess, to get Jess to be a huge, non-ironic Chip fan.
Like, I get like a chill from Jess, and not like a chill. like a
Chill, just she says it.
No. Like a douche chill, like a quiver up and down my spine. Which she's not even doing it on purpose. She's just drinking her morning coffee, and the cup says "put a drink up in a mug."
It's nice.
No, it's not.
I
nice.
love the Roberts
hate it.
household.
I hate it.
I might have to get you a second one in case that joker breaks.
It's crazy how Chip infiltrates people's minds. Like,
Yeah.
I'll literally hear somebody say like Chip, and I'll immediately go, "What's that?"
Yeah, and then you think like you're saying something funny, but you realize none of us
Nobody
are around
does,
you,
yeah.
and they're like, "I said chip." You're like, "All right, sorry."
There's a video of me, and there's a few dummies who thought, did I tell you this? They thought I was crying on the video. Like, you were crying online.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about
We
that
did,
when
right?
it first
Okay.
happened. Yeah.
It was, and I knew I wasn't. I'm like, that was from something else. And I realized recently what that was from, because I knew it wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was Colin had left me a message that made me laugh so hard I wept.
That's
And it
so
was
funny.
him talking about fucking being in line and the American Express or something, and the word chip being ruined, and he was so disgusted that this word was spoiled for him. And his message, and I played it on a video.
Uh-huh.
I think I put it on YouTube, and I laughed so hard I literally teared. But it was the joy it brought me.
Right.
So
I believe that.
Yeah. So Colin said the same thing at Wrecked It for him.
That's great.
So I don't know how these two do it, man.
The Conways?
I don't know if I can. I fucking don't know.
No. Yeah,
God.
there's got to be. I would love to just be a fly on the wall in that house. There's got to be
Yeah.
something, because I doubt that they're fighting in the house.
They couldn't be, because would they separate, or do they have kids?
I don't know if they have kids or not. I mean, he's born in Boston. Do they live together? Are they one of those like couples that
Lives apart.
they live apart? They're still married for appearances, but they, for all intents and purposes, aren't together?
No, it looks like she's around little kids.
Are they her kids, or she just likes to hang out with kids? Michael Jackson was around little kids all the time,
That's a great point.
even before he fathered
Mm-hmm.
those white children. Yeah.
Yeah, they're his. You don't need to do DNA. They're his.
No, yeah. It's insulting to do DNA.
Absolutely.
He's
Why
the
would
king
you?
of pop, after
Sure, they're
all.
a different race. They look nothing like him.
Doesn't matter.
Nah.
Well, they look kind of like him after he got plastic surgery, and that's what happens when you have kids, is that if you get plastic surgery procedures, that's the genetics that
see.
get passed along. Yeah.
Oh, they have like 4 kids.
Look at that, hanging at the Phillies game. And what do all these poor kids think?
I don't know.
Their mom and dad are fighting publicly, and
But are they really fighting? I can't
Yeah.
fucking figure it out.
maybe the kids know that this is like the game that mom and dad play.
Yeah, like, or maybe they are just, maybe they're both detached enough and able to go like, oh yeah, it's not personal.
Unless there is the ultimate betrayal happening, and Kellyanne agrees with George all the way, and
That's what I asked on.
yeah, just
Does she agree with him on some level?
just isn't saying anything because it's the gig. But who knows? She might get that tweet. Well, your boss seems to think so, and go like, yeah, like laugh at it. Because when they go home, they laugh at Trump. It's very possible.
I like Melania though because she bashed that woman that made that shitty. It wasn't even a shitty remark. It was just you can name your son Barron. We have the video, I think, right? Where the lady said that while she was testifying.
Yeah. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think we have the video. If not, we could just talk about it. I know what you're talking about. There it is. It's impeachment 3, Troy. This was at the impeachment hearings yesterday. And it was just a reference to their kid. And Melania is right.
Yeah, she is.
There's 2 things, but we'll talk about it. You want to hear the clip?
Yeah.
Okay.
She by the way, she looks like Chip.
She
This
really
fucking woman
does.
looks like Chip.
I mean, just call her and find out where she got her glasses from. You can get them right away.
No, because hers meet at the top. Chip's come in the middle.
It's got to be circles.
It's gotta
Full
be circles, yeah.
Yeah. That's like a 3/4 circle.
Yeah, who is she?
She is Professor Pamela Karlan.
Who does she look like? She looks like fucking Rick Springfield now.
Yeah, she does.
She looks like fucking Rick Springfield. With
Not the General Hospital days.
No, yeah.
She is the spitting image of Rick Springfield today.
She looks like fucking Rick Springfield.
You paint a little pencil goatee on her, and there is no way you could tell me that that's not the artist behind Jesse's Girl.
Oh my god.
It's perfect. It really is exact. All right, let's hear what Rick has to say.
Kings could do no wrong because the king's word was law. And contrary to what President Trump has said, Article 2 does not give him the power to do anything he wants. And I'll just give you one example that shows you the difference between him and a king, which is the Constitution says there can be no titles of nobility. So while the president can name his son Baron, he can't make him a baron.
She really thought she had nailed that one.
Yeah, and it got a laugh.
She
And
wrote it way in advance. She was like, this is what I'm going to close with.
Yeah, but
But so, Melania's like, and this is a layup for Melania.
Yeah.
Because it's always nice when the Trumps have something that they can throw somebody under the bus for, and they're 100%
Yeah.
right. You know what I mean? And this is an easy one for Melania to win because she's like, how dare you go into my husband's impeachment hearing and reference how old is Barron? Like 13, 12?
I'm gonna guess, yeah, but she tweeted a minor child deserves privacy. You should be ashamed.
Yeah.
And it's like you mentioned the guy's kid.
You don't reference a
What the
kid.
fuck? It's got nothing to do with it.
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you start bringing up, even just referencing
13.
13 years old, like you.
Isn't it crazy that he's that old already?
Yeah, he was like a little kid when he started. During the inauguration, he was just like a little kid. Now he's a teenager.
I don't know how anybody doesn't like her.
Melania?
Yeah, like she's not capitalizing or running around. Like she just seems like she wants to just raise her son and fucking, she'll do the duties, but she just wants to lead a private life, like or a casual, calm life.
She wants to be a nice first lady.
Yeah, she's not giving. What are they booing her for? Because they hate him.
It's guilty by association.
It's still though. I mean, Michelle Obama, even if she was speaking in front of people who were conservative.
No, there are lots of people that hate Michelle Obama.
They hate her, but I don't think they would have been as disrespectful to her.
Maybe not.
They might have listened. Like I was at a Congress of Racial Equality dinner with Patrice, and there's a picture of me and Patrice. We're both fat, and our faces are together, and we're looking.
You both have lost a lot of weight since.
Yeah, we really do. And he still looks better. I'm annoyed that I didn't remember this for the documentary. I should have told the story, but I remember we were at this. Yeah, that picture. That was at the Congress of Racial Equality, and the speaker that night.
That's a great photo, by the way, for the Congress of Racial Equality.
It really is. And we were with Manny and Ava and Esty from the Comedy Cellar, and Laura Bush was the keynote speaker.
Yeah.
And that's when Patrice was being. I was so annoyed at him because he was like, "Your husband's gonna get us all killed." He was being so loud, and people around were laughing.
That's goddamn hilarious.
That's how
dude.
goddamn funny Patrice was. The president's wife was talking, and she couldn't hear him.
Right.
But Patrice was loud.
You think she could hear, though, that something was happening?
No.
Because there were
but
giggles and
there
stuff?
was enough. It was a giant room, but there was enough people around.
Why were you annoyed? You wanted to
Because I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Like, you know, like you're the
husband's gonna
president's
get us all
wife.
killed.
Oh, your husband's gonna get. I don't even remember what he said because I was in the moment. You're not thinking that, you know.
I don't think I'd be able to contain myself in that.
Oh, fuck.
I would be giggling too much. That is so funny.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And he
Right.
was thrown out. 'Cause I was like, we're gonna get in trouble.
But he wasn't thrown out.
No, he was goddamn so funny.
So
My
funny.
husband's, I'll never forget that. He's gonna get us all killed. Kept saying it, and he said it more than once. God, I wish I would remember that for that dumb documentary. I'm fucking so mad at myself because you tell stories about someone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I forgot that we went to the fucking core dinner together.
Dude, I'm sure that if you sat around for hours upon hours, you could write a book on Patrice stories.
I'm not a good storyteller though of memories. I'm not good at that. It's not my gift. I'm just not good at that.
Yeah, but somebody could walk you through it.
You know,
I mean, it's great. So, but that's to say too that, you know, people have been disrespectful to first ladies before.
they have, but I'm saying like even in that, and that was a more kind of Roy Innes ran that, and
Who's Roy Innes?
Roy Innes was a conservative. I think he passed away. He was very close to Manny.
Mm-hmm.
He was a black conservative guy. I want to say he was from Barbados, but he was the guy who had a fight with Sharpton
Oh, okay.
on one of those things. And did he pass away, Roy? He did, right? Yeah, 2017. He used to come to the cellar and hang. He was. I liked Roy a lot. His son Niger is very politically active, and he ran the Congress of Racial Equality.
I see.
And him and Manny would talk and debate. And
But it was a Republican thing.
more conservative,
Uh-huh.
yeah, but still, she could speak in front of any crowd, and nobody would fucking
What about
the way they
Patrice?
treat him. Nah, Patrice was come on, he's Patrice.
He really is. Yeah, he's an outlier.
Yeah, Patrice is not typical.
In every sense of the word, Patrice was an outlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
the
I know
po-
what you're saying. I think, but yeah, I think Melania gets it the same way Trump gets it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you never thought, and Laura Bush got it the same way George got it, I would imagine, that George W. was, you thought there would never be a president as hated in that wartime as George W. Like, people called him Hitler, and it was like, this is now? People long for the days of George W.
People still separated Laura from him, though. They didn't give Laura, and they didn't give Barbara Bush the type of crap they give Melania. They knew it was because they hated the father. They hated George Bush Sr. because he was with Reagan and Reaganomics. They fucking hated him.
They hated him, but they hated his son more.
Yeah.
And I mean, Trump's the all-time.
He is at this point, yeah, absolutely.
And so I think that, yeah, I think this is, you know, Trump supporters are hated more than some former presidents have been. So I think, I mean, as far as guilty by association
Maybe.
goes, this is a heavy one. People who hate Trump hate Trump.
But just the idea that like they all like, why do you hate Don? The attacks on Don Jr. Like I get it, he's very outspoken.
Yeah.
But it's his son. What do you expect? You're attacking his father. What do you expect? Like
I mean, there's a lot of emotion going on.
it's the
though.
guy's dad. Like what do you expect the immediate family to feel? Like what do you expect them to do?
Yeah, but then it gets to a point, and I'm just speaking for them. It's not how I feel necessarily, but it gets to a point where, of course, the son is going to agree with the father, but I don't like anybody that agrees with the father. Ergo,
Right,
I don't
right,
like
right.
the son.
Right.
I guess I could justify, you know,
Travis, please tell him if he uses ergo again.
right? You won't even speak to me. You're speaking only to Travis. I'm an idiot.
Why? I like dicks.
Just trying to use the phrase ergo to beat the stereotype of
I wish
me.
that was happening with your lungs. All right, what were you saying?
I'm an idiot. No, that's not what I said. And by the way, the context of that was not me admitting that. If I remember correctly, I didn't, you know, It's tough to argue when I hear it in that context, but it becomes a tough argument to win. But I don't think that's
Didn't that
how I
make you
meant it.
uncomfortable on some level?
Oh yeah.
When I said ergo, well, that's because intellectually, maybe you guys aren't on my level. You don't think that's it?
No.
Ergo. But yes, I think that for people who don't like anybody that agrees with Trump, whether you're his family or not, if you're showing support for him, and if you're married to the guy, that's the ultimate sign of support, right?
Yeah. I've just never seen it this. I've never seen it this crazy where people are even wondering why the immediate family is on his side.
I mean,
I think
there's never been a president that's crazy on the level of Trump.
I think with Melania and people's problems with her is that people view her as kind of a hypocrite because her
anti-bullying,
her anti-bullying campaign, starts up, and everybody says, well, you don't want people to online bully, but your husband
online bullies nonstop.
Online bullies more.
But bullying, to me, a guy coming back at people who are bad mouthing him. The word bullying is overused.
He accused Ted Cruz's father of maybe being responsible for the JFK assassination.
Possibly,
that's a bit bullying.
We all like to speculate, but that's not bullying. That's a guy. Those are two equals in a political. I'm not saying it's the right thing
You
to
think
say.
That's political,
but it's not bullying.
Yeah, but you can't sit there and be like, well, the only time he badmouths people is when they badmouth him.
No,
first.
but
he
the
badmouths
word
people all the
bullying
time.
is overused. Every time there's a spat where people are arguing or even being vitriolic, someone is not always being bullied.
I agree with you 100%.
Kids, people who are weak, that's different. But a president, maybe he shouldn't be saying some of this stuff, but him attacking another celebrity online is not bullying.
Bullying is overused. Bullying is used for everything, yes. However, Trump definitely bullies.
Yeah, so when he bullies and she starts this platform of like, let's not bully, ergo, people are going to hate Melania.
Now you're making sense,
You said mom wrong.
Oh.
Get it?
Yeah, I do.
I got it.
Yeah. She went, Mom go.
Really unnecessary.
Yeah, but funny.
Thank you.
It happened. Travis's mom left his family when he was in his 20s.
But I just don't. I know. It's hard to say he doesn't say stuff he shouldn't say.
He definitely bullies, dude. You can't say.
I'm
Trump
not even
doesn't
saying he
bully.
doesn't. I'm saying
Okay.
what is an example of him bullying as opposed to just being quote unquote nasty publicly or fighting. What's an example of him bullying?
What about when he made the quote unquote electrocution face about the disabled New York Times
Totally
reporter?
blown out of proportion.
You think so?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Because here's why, and I'll defend him on this.
Okay.
Because that was a face he had made with. That was a way Trump expresses himself. That one, he does this thing where he's like when he's expressing exasperation, or when he's showing somebody else panicking, he would do that. And then he did it, and this guy was disabled, and it looked like he was mocking them until you see other examples of him doing it prior with other situations. I know which one you mean.
Yeah, of course.
And that got way blown out of proportion.
What about when he bullied those kids into living in cages for a while?
I don't believe he bullied them. I'm not saying he handled it like a conservative Republican, which I don't always necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
But he didn't build the cages.
He did not build the cages.
He didn't build them.
No, they were already there.
But I wanted an example, and you might be able to show him, but I want an example of Trump bullying.
Okay, this is while referring to a 2001 article, North Carolina rally, Trump ridiculed. Okay, yeah, no, that's what we talked about a minute ago. He does name this article that we're looking at here.
Okay.
Points out that Trump's childish name calling is a time-honored strategy of bullying. His argument style is in the style of bullying.
So because he does it in a way that's not quote unquote smooth, he's
mean and like he's attacking your most vulnerable.
But how come people
and personal?
But how come the press isn't, and this is not to play devil, how come they're not seen as fucking bullying when they are all obviously on one side of the fence, always attacking him, editing video so he looks like an idiot? How come the press is never accused of bullying?
I don't think
That's whataboutism.
What's that?
Don't do it.
No, it's not.
that's
It's
true.
more.
Yeah, no, but
well, they're the ones accusing him too.
Melania's not married to the press.
You could say the press is a bully. It doesn't make Donald Trump not a bully. Like, we're not talking about the press.
No, but I'm saying that the idea of bullying, the word bullying, just gets thrown around, and people say, "Yeah, but he's vitriolic." Yeah, he is.
No,
but that doesn't make you a bully because he uses terminology. He's not a politician. He's what everyone
Bro,
says
he's been
they
the
want.
president for 3 years.
Still,
He's better. He's served.
but he's
almost,
been Donald for 71.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't just change who you are. That's kind of what got him elected. Is his the fact that he says stuff. I hated what he said about John McCain, but he wasn't bullying McCain.
What I mean,
They were equals. What he said wasn't nice and probably shouldn't have been said. And I didn't agree with it. But that doesn't make you a bully. John McCain wasn't some fucking hobbled little lady in a corner. John McCain really
was John McCain.
came on fucking... Boy, John McCain really fucked him on that vote. Remember that when he was the deciding vote?
Yeah, he did.
And he came out of the
He
hospital.
hit him right back. He got out of the hospital.
Yeah.
How about the no? Trump is not invited to my funeral.
Yeah.
Even in death, he was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. That's not a bullying situation. That's two guys that can't stand each other.
Don't you love that McCain did that on his deathbed?
I do. I mean, hey,
I think John McCain's the fucking man.
I like John McCain a lot.
He's
A lot
the
of respect
greatest.
for him.
What about Johnny in Boston? What's up, Johnny?
Hey guys, what's happening?
Hey.
Hey,
How
bud.
you doing?
Good.
So I agree with Jimmy about the Twitter stuff and Trump as a politician. I think that's fair game. But for people to call Trump a bully overall as a human being is fair if you look at his business practices in the past where he would stiff smaller contractors and people who he knew if he went to court with them to not pay them, they would just get
Yeah,
let
that's what
slide.
I had read that too, that he would, when he was like building out some of his Atlantic City properties and all these other properties, I read, and he's been accused of telling his contractors after the job was done, I'm only going to pay you half. And if you don't
That's
want to
bullying.
accept that, yeah, if you don't want to accept it, that's fine. You could take me to court and we'll see what happens.
That is bullying if that's the way it was done. I don't know the story, but something tells me that he would have a different point and say that the work wasn't done properly, and that they would have a point and go, no, it was done properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. Saying that tweets are bullying compared to what Melania's.
Johnny,
Your
we
phone
didn't hang up
cut
on
off,
you,
Johnny.
man.
The other thing is that, like, when Melania is specifically fighting against cyberbullying, you go, like, at least pick a different cause than people being mean on social media. Like, that's literally how your husband won
But
the election.
I think she's dealing with it more with children, like Michelle Obama, childhood obesity. I think it's more kids.
Yes, but if Barack Obama weighed 400 pounds and Michelle Obama was like, I'm going to fight obesity in these kids, people would be like, why don't you fight obesity with your husband?
People would say that, yeah, but not as nobody would reference it in a fucking congressional hearing. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody would be so vitriolic towards her that they mentioned their kids.
That lady was talking about Donald. She wasn't talking about Melania.
No, she talked about Barrett.
She did talk about the kid, yeah, but that doesn't, I don't think that
Tim
that's
in
a
Cleveland.
shot at the first lady. What's
And I'm
up,
not
Tim?
saying maybe somebody will find an example, but it's like we just say these. Like, I just want an example. That's all.
What's up, Tim?
So a couple of them, I guess. So I guess anyone who testified in the last couple of weeks in front of the Intelligence Committee, he pretty much bullied the shit out of those guys on social media. But more specifically, for about the last year plus, Lisa Page and Peter Strzok would like to have a word with you, Jimmy, about being bullied on social media because it's been pretty relentless.
Who?
And they've never even met him. Lisa Page and Peter Strzok.
Oh, I thought you meant I bullied them on social media. I'm like, who are they?
What'd I do?
I don't know. The thing is this, if somebody is testifying against him and he's firing back on social media, there's a weird thing we all have. And again, as the president, maybe you should tone it
do
down.
that.
But everybody wants to be heard. And if you are him and you feel this person is lying about me or saying something that's wrong,
Or say
about
something
me.
that's not flattering.
or whatever.
Could be right.
Whatever his point of view is that it's wrong. Hold on, Tim.
The way I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. His thing is almost like, you're not going to fucking say that about me and not get a response. Like, because he also tweets people who say nice stuff about him too. Like, he'll tweet them positively and go, or retweet them. No one ever accuses him of anything there. But if he's firing back at someone who's saying shitty stuff, we're just not used to seeing that. We're not used to a politician being willing to get down in the weeds.
People definitely point out that he tweets nice things about people.
But nobody complains about it. Like, they're not like, oh my God, he's hurting. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, people talk about the fact that he tweets good stuff about Fox News and bad stuff about every other news channel.
I mean more like regular people as opposed to like just like guys who will say something nice who'll retweet. I just don't care that he fires back at people who are testifying against him.
Mm-hmm.
If he and him, they're lying.
But here's the thing: there's the phrase that you just used is not correct. None of those people were testifying against Donald Trump.
What do they say?
They were fact witnesses. All they were doing was saying, this is what I saw. They're not testifying against Donald Trump because none of them have actually ever met Donald Trump. All they were saying was, this conversation happened, this meeting happened, Mick Mulvaney said this, John Bolton said that. They are fact witnesses.
But
they weren't testifying against Donald Trump.
Doesn't he feel that they're lying, though, that that's not what was said?
No,
Anybody that doesn't say what he wants them to say is lying.
Yeah, he goes against whatever is
Against
not
him.
positive
Sure.
to him.
But the way he does it is just not. I'm not even saying it's right, or that he shouldn't do it a little better or a lot better. But I don't. The word bullying, I'm so tired of it. I can't find an example of him. If he's blasting you on social media,
and it's not even like the fact that he's a president. It's the fact that he's a 70-year-old man. Like, grow up.
Well, but what made him win is his ability to interact like that. The only reason he's president, by the way, all this stuff people say is crazy. That's the only reason he won.
But it's also the reason he's hated. So he made that decision.
You're able to come in and alpha male the entire Republican Party. He literally fucking dick stamped Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, all these professionals.
And then he said he would put Hillary Clinton in jail.
Oh. All right. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, bud.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, what about... Okay, this is a complicated one. I'm interested in Jim's perspective. Chris in New Jersey.
What's up, guys?
Hey, bud.
First off, if anyone should be bullied, it's Travis for buying a goofy hat in his 30s.
I think he should be bullied.
Yeah, beaten within an inch of his life with a fucking with an iron cord.
It takes so long.
Yeah, it would.
He's just such a fucking tool.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Jim, how about when he attacked a 12-year-old girl with a cause that Greta Thunberg? She could really defend herself.
She seems like a very happy young girl, looking forward to a
She's
bright.
fucking 12. She's 12.
Hold on, I'm reading the tweet, sir. So I'm reading the tweet. She seems like a very happy young girl, looking forward to a bright and wonderful future. So nice to see.
I mean,
bit sarcastic.
Slightly.
Bit sarcastic.
So the question is, obviously she's a minor. She's the same age, more or less, as his son. However, she also made herself a public figure.
Either way, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. She is a kid, and you know she has Asperger's. Like she's up there doing something nice, even if you don't like it. How do you?
I like.
Yeah, I'm saying him.
Yeah.
I don't know. He probably shouldn't have tweeted that.
Definitely shouldn't have tweeted that. You know, sarcastically saying.
Yeah, I don't think he should have sarcastically addressed.
Because the 12-year-old disagrees with his climate change denial.
That's a shitty tweet. Yeah, definitely.
A 12-year-old is like, climate change is real, and he's like, oh yeah, you seem really happy. Like,
yeah,
she's 12 and she's upset because it seems like the world might be ending because you don't think climate change is real when all scientists think climate change is real.
Yeah.
It's definitely real.
Yeah, people like her because she's at least,
some people hate her.
They do, but it's like she's a fucking kid and she's just saying shit that she what?
There's nothing to hate about
exactly
Greta. And if you're sitting there like, well, I hate her because her viewpoints are different than mine. Okay, there's a 12-year-old.
She's a fucking child.
Yeah. She's doing more than your kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Most of your shit kids are just sitting around the house.
Yeah.
Doing nothing, complaining, getting high, smoking pot and bad mouthing your country, I'll bet. You see, officer and gentlemen.
She's riding a boat around the world to let everybody know the ice caps are melting.
Yeah.
Good for her. I hope
she really needs to relax and get on a plane.
Well, no, that's going to melt the ice caps more.
Just get a hold of yourself, Greta. It's not.
Look, it'll take her a little longer, but she's 12. She's got the time.
She is.
Right? Might as well think about it.
All right, there's an example of a tweet that I would definitely say he should have not done.
Yeah.
And, bullying, I don't know if I'd call it bullying, but I would say he definitely shouldn't have sent it.
I think it's more of an overall mentality.
No, I know, but it is hard
You know what
to
I mean?
find specific examples.
That
It's
this
not
is
as
what
easy.
he does.
But it's not as easy as people think when they say that about him, because he's just an aggressive and he fights back almost on an individual level, which we've never seen a person that high profile do.
And he does the he does the respond to a machine gun with a cannon. You know what I mean? Like he tries to hit back harder.
He does,
which
yeah.
is, I mean, it is
That's
what
why
it is.
he's got a 3-story penthouse on the top of fucking Fifth Avenue.
Right.
That's how he did business. And,
Well, that's why bullies fuck the cheerleaders.
no, the athletes do, not the bullies, the athletes.
Yeah, they're the bullies.
Sometimes, not always.
Quarterback of the football team is the one putting young Eugene's head in the swirly toilet bowl.
Sometimes.
Right?
Not always, though. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. The defensive linemen are probably not fucking a lot of cheerleaders.
Maybe not the defensive lineman. But This is one that Melania is probably happy about that she's not going to get a whole bunch of flack for, because the lady, Professor Rick Springfield, did apologize. If we can go to impeachment 4.
She really thought she was hitting a home run there, too.
She really did.
She annoyed me.
Melania's right. You bring up like the name of the president's 13-year-old son just to try to make a point. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't talk about my kid.
I want to apologize for what I said earlier about the president's son. It was wrong of me to do that. I wish the president would apologize, obviously, for the things that he's
like
done.
Literally right there, this fucking asshole can't just say she's sorry and she's got to segue into, but I wish he would shut up.
You know what she's doing? Whataboutism.
No, this is because it's personal. This is, I don't want to look as bad, and I don't feel I should have to apologize, but I'll say
because I
she
fucked up.
Stinks.
Which is just not strategic.
She stinks.
She hadn't thought this through all the way.
No, she has with her dumb dry hairdo.
TJ in Texas.
Yo, hey guys.
Hey, man.
I was just wondering if my stereo is fucked up enough. It was on XM Patriot for whatever reason. But love you guys.
Well, I don't. We're talking about it because it's a big story today. But
plus, we found a lady who looks like Rick Springfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you guys. Have a good day, guys.
All right,
Thank you,
goodbye.
TJ.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Yeah, we fall into our
Phil
discussions.
Still.
You see, you still.
No, Phil in Michigan.
What's up, Phil?
Hey guys.
Hey, man.
You repeated this fake news about Greta. She's not 12. She's going on 17, and
So she's 16. She would still
Okay.
be a minor.
Yeah, but there's a difference though between 12. The way you look at a 12-year-old, the way you look at a 16 or 17-year-old.
So you're saying that the president can make fun of 16-year-olds, but not 12-year-olds?
No,
If my kid was 16 riding around on a boat talking about the ice caps melting.
17, that's
Because
like
she's
borderline like adult.
It's still a shitty thing to tweet, but it's still not right. But
Phil,
I definitely there's a difference.
You're making the same arguments that sex offenders make.
No, but there's a difference between
exactly what it's doing.
16, 17, it's basically 18. Look, Chris, I don't want a cookie.
It's a gray area. But there's a difference. There's a difference between tweeting something sarcastically to a 12-year-old and fucking one. So it's
No, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. And
You're
look,
right. No, it's way worse to. I would prefer the
tweet.
If I had to pick one or the other, the tweet is better.
But it's almost. But you do the mentality of a 12-year-old and the way you tolerate a 12-year-old is different than the way you tolerate. I mean,
Yes,
look,
but
there
either
are
way-
16, 17-year-olds that are tried as adults. I'm not saying the
Thank you,
tweet was
Phil.
right,
also.
but we all know the difference
But-
between those ages.
Yes, we know the difference. However, the point remains that the president was making sarcastic, insulting tweets about a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, because that 4 years.
I just couldn't take the 12-year-old thing again.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for saying that. I didn't realize.
Sounds
that.
like you've been there before, Phil.
Yes, Phil's had this argument in front of a judge.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah, because there's a 4 years might not seem like a big deal, but
No,
if you're in a bar and you're 21, it's a lot different than being 17.
It's a third of her life.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, he should have tweeted it. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're just yapping about politics.
I think we got it.
Good for Melania to smash that fucking asshole lady.
She did have to apologize.
But it was a bullshit. Again, I know apologies are bullshit, but I wish the president just say you're sorry. Typical fucking lawyer.
Yeah.
Typical law professor. Just say you're sorry.
She doesn't want to lose.
If you're going to say it, I mean.
Right. Yeah, no, I get it.
Or don't say it.
She doesn't want to lose, though.
She doesn't want to lose.
Yeah.
But I wish the president.
Winning's funner than losing.
Oh, she's the worst.
Losing sucks.
Does.
Winning is the best.
I wouldn't know.
What about all those people that died before you? Doesn't that feel good?
Yeah.
We should take a break because we have a very busy show today.
And can I just answer Jeff real quick? I
Of
just
course.
want to answer him because this is a question I've gotten a lot. Yes, Jeff?
I didn't pick up on him yet because I'm frustrated about what his question is.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Jeff, what's going on, bud?
Hello?
Hello, buddy. Yes.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I said December 5th for the calendars. I've been up since midnight refreshing the page, and it's still saying sold out. My daughter really wants one.
No, I
my
apologize.
God.
It might be the 8th or 9th. I will make an announcement when the chip calendars become available again. It will be very, very soon. They're being shipped. But we want to make sure before we even do that we once again we have them before we take any more orders for them. We want them physically to be here so we can ship them right out. That'll be a few days, and
So
I
you
will
can
make an
chip
announcement.
them right out?
Fuck yeah. But I don't want to take the orders before they're there. We want to make sure that they're right. Okay, buddy, they will be very soon, so we'll let you know.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Jeff.
Oh my God.
No, but people have been asking me, and
Of
I'm
course
like,
they have. Now, have you ever thought about maybe doing a promotion where you're offering free chipping and handling?
I wanted to get mad, but I can't. I'm going to be at Caroline's next week, 12, 13, 14.
Oh yeah, next weekend.
I'm happy to be doing that. It's finally nice to be able to do a gig in the city and not fucking leave.
Yeah, it's always fun seeing you at Caroline's. So get those tickets at carolines.com. Ian Fidance is coming in today.
With Dave Attell, yes.
With Dave Attell. It's going to be a fun show. Stick around.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
People have very mixed reviews.
No, they
from
don't.
hate to
On a scale
dislike.
from 1 to Williamsburg, I'd say that's a fine beard.
Thank you very much.
What does the lady think? Your lady?
She likes it. At first, there was a lot of people in my life that were unsure.
Right.
My lady, my parents were like, that may be a bad idea. I was like, I never had your support. I guess I wouldn't expect it now.
You mean your parents can't get behind a beard?
You'd think so.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
And Jim Norton was also very unsupportive
Jim
and
didn't like it.
remains
No.
unsupportive.
Yeah,
Jim is always going clean.
Yeah, I like a nice clean shaven look.
I've never even seen you with even like a little, like, I don't know, like just a little like soul patch or something.
No. A couple
You
days.
should grow a soul patch.
I
That would be a
should.
good
I
look.
should.
Soul Patch Jim?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, just a little soul patch.
It's a little something to break it up. Break up the noise.
Maybe an earring now that I'm 51, just a little something
No,
to prove
two
I haven't
earrings.
lost it.
Definitely the
It's
double.
the package. You don't put a dimple on Mona Lisa. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
If you had a Barry Bonds dangly cross earring, that'd be incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
A little chain.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that, little attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time you let the people know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
You walk in a room and people go, uh-oh, here comes trouble.
But I like that beard, Sam. And
Thank
I think, your kids will enjoy it around the holidays.
Because it's Santa-like?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
see.
like
I
a
see.
young Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Remember Young Pope?
Oh, that
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Jude
Yeah,
Law
yeah.
show.
I
never
love that
s-
show.
Was it good?
It was
Oh.
good, yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
I watched it for like an episode. I couldn't get into it.
I loved it.
You dug it. I
As a
couldn't.
Jew, it was perfect. Throwing the whole Vatican under the bus, it was perfect.
Was it like is kid touching in it, or what was it about?
No,
he was like
actually,
a
he
cool
was
pope.
he was a really good pope, but he just was like a renegade pope. Like he didn't,
Touch kids.
He didn't.
He touched
perform
girls
in front of the
instead of
crowd.
boys.
I see.
It was very interesting.
How
But
long
there's-
was it on?
It was one season, and now the next season's coming out.
Oh, they are doing a
Oh,
second season.
wow.
So I guess it was popular. That guy, I watched, what is it, on Showtime?
HBO.
Oh. Because I was watching The Chi on Showtime. They've done like 2 seasons of it. But then the guy who's the lead on that show, who we had in studio, he got thrown off the show and thrown out of his agency and everything because apparently he was being inappropriate on set.
Really?
What?
Yes.
Doing what?
They said it, I don't know. I could never.
Sexually or just being rude?
They said it would. There were. That he didn't like expose himself or anything like that. He didn't assault anybody, but there was sexual harassment.
Oh,
Really?
when
I
did this
read.
happen?
But it was very non-specific. It was months ago. I don't know why it wasn't on any of our radars.
Next stop, Stars. Stars is the. That's where everybody ends up. Stars.
He's the kid who played Easy E in Straight Outta
Oh
Compton.
yeah, we did have him. He had a
Yeah.
problem on the plane.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a problem on the plane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
You know
him.
what? He might have some anger stuff going
I
on.
liked him though. Like,
I liked him a
He
lot.
was nice in studio, but for an hour, anyone's nice.
Yeah, exactly. And
Wow.
he's kind of here to be nice, right?
I guess so.
He's selling.
People are promoting.
Yeah,
Are you
he's
guys, where are you guys
just
gonna
like
be?
David Tell and Ian Fidance. They're here to sell.
We are.
You're New Year's Eve Caroline's, right?
No, I'm at. Ian probably knows the dates better than me because we're working together. We've been doing a bunch of gigs all year round. Now it's the homeward stretch before the new year.
I'll tell you. Wait till this is what December looks like for both Dave and Ian.
Let's do it.
December 13th and 14th, we're at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick.
Classic.
December 20th and 22nd, we're popping over to Cleveland and Hilarities.
Yes.
And then we're closing December strong, the 26th through the 29th at
Yes.
Caroline's.
Oh, okay.
That's my week.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about yourself? Are you going to be hitting Caroline's?
12, 13, 14.
Really?
This month, yeah, it's my
There you
last
go.
gig.
What, are they like having all the
Man.
great New York comics in during December?
That's what I tell myself.
I see. How have you guys liked being on the road together? I feel like, Ian has become a new favorite of the show in the last several
Ian
months.
is great.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm throwing all my weight behind Ian in this election year. He's my pick for 2020. No, he's a fun guy. He's really good at the job. He also is a great wingman after the show. We're selling the merch. Am I right? Hardcore on the merch.
Big time.
And then we look for a place to eat. So, everything's going on at the same time.
So you guys are hanging, though. It's
What
not
do you
just
guys
the
sell?
shows.
What do you sell at the end?
We're selling poster and we
T-shirts
and some T-shirts.
Is this bumping mics or just you?
Just me.
Just you,
I'll be
okay.
selling a Dave's Old Porn T-shirt.
Oh, it's funny. I was looking at my Dave's Old Porn hat yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I fucking love
Hold
that
on
show.
to it, Jim.
Oh, I'm never letting it go. Trust
I
me.
could go at any minute.
I
That
wear
could
it
be
around
a
the house sometimes.
classic.
Would you ever redo it? I know everybody. I hate getting questions like that about stuff, but
I would redo that show if I could somehow figure out how to do it. But in this climate, I mean, anything with porn doesn't really sell anywhere. There's really no place for it outside of the porn sites. And who wants to be on one of the porn sites? I do.
YouPorn is one of
but,
them.
I don't know any of the stars that
Dude,
would want to be.
I bet you could revolutionize Pornhub by making entertainment on that website.
Like a Pornhub original that's not porn.
That's what I was actually.
A holiday
Pornhub
classic.
is fourth biggest site or fifth biggest. It's behind like Google and Yahoo and Facebook.
Yeah.
It's in the top 5 or
Dude,
6
you
biggest
have
sites.
to have
People like to jerk off, though.
but you have to have a chaser to cleanse yourself from the filth you just experienced.
Well, here's the thing.
And clicking different tabs, just going from one thing to another.
But unfortunately, if people catch you watching like the Pornhub original and they walk in, granted they haven't walked in on you jerking off, but they know clearly you just finished jerking
Erase
off.
the stigma. I'm watching Pornhub originals on the train.
Right.
Everywhere.
Why is that Pornhub app on our Apple TV for the originals?
It's amazingly big. That site. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that big. It really is
in
like
the-
third
can,
after
Can you look
Google
up
or
the top
something?
5? No, it might be the top 5.
just
It's
put Pornhub
it's 7th
on.
after Twitter.
No, we're gonna look
Wow.
up where
Bigger than
Pornhub ranks.
Instagram.
We're not gonna watch Pornhub. Ian.
Come on.
But Dave, that'd be a great place for the show.
Think about it though.
I would have to clear with all the people who were on it because some of them have like real careers. I don't want them to like what am I doing on a porn site?
That's
that
true.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
So-
Kanye even did something
But
with them.
do I have your agreement because you were on it, Jim? You were one of my favorites.
I'd
You
be
and
on
Seika.
XTube.
I'm holding out for Tube 8.
I mean, even doing new ones, even if you can't get people to sign off, even if you did new ones and had them do it, I imagine they might
Would
like
you
it.
do another one though? I mean,
Yes.
because I really did think that you definitely were the pathfinder. You knew your way around it. You
I
knew
loved
the
it.
material. And the beauty of the retro stuff is it really holds up. If you ask me, I mean,
This is
anything we're going through now, you can see the beginnings of it in the retro stuff.
And you're praising these older actresses.
Tribute.
Yeah,
That's what we
tribute.
call it.
Nobody has talked about them, or all
Yes.
these younger people have blown them by. But hey, this woman is 55.
Let's celebrate her catalog.
Yeah, let's fucking give her the respect she deserves.
Yes.
Let's worship that young pussy.
They were
I mean, that's
only
also
in the
an option.
business. Some of them were only in business for 3-4 years, and they turned out hundreds and hundreds of just great erotica. So,
Isn't it amazing what you can do when you put your mind to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave
Little
used to
work
give me
ethic.
giant. This is why I love Dave. He would give me giant duffel bags of porn he was done with.
Yeah.
I would get giant black gym bags. Like, here, you want because he couldn't throw it out.
That's why
DVDs,
Pornhub.
VHS.
That's
everything.
why Pornhub is so popular. Imagine if I told you there was a website where for free you could have a duffel bag of porn.
Yeah.
But you didn't
And
actually
you
have
used
to
to
carry
have to
around a
look it
duffel
up in the
bag.
woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I left my old place, I had to get rid of all those DVDs, about 300 titles. It was really difficult.
Isn't it hard to throw them out?
It was like a Schindler's List in reverse. Like, which one of you will make it to the next?
Yeah, it's basically a huge
And you're
selfish
crying.
choice.
I could have taken one more DVD.
I don't know which one to go with. I don't know, Ass Man 7 or I don't know, Down the Hatch 8.
Pornhub is the 7th biggest site on the internet. I don't know what's it. Could you scroll up just a sec, Troy, so I can see what the number one? Yeah. Okay. Google, YouTube, Facebook, Amazon, Yahoo, Twitter.
Who is more loyal than porn
Then it's
watchers?
Pornhub. Then it's Instagram. And then if you go down just a little bit,
Xvideos.
Where is you jizz on this?
X videos is number 10.
I didn't realize that.
XX is number 13.
They're big. That's as big as Reddit and fucking eBay. Holy shit!
Walmart.com is not beating any of those porn sites.
Really?
XTube.
None of
I didn't
them.
realize XTube was that big. I was just making a clever joke. Wow.
Actually, that's where I
Xvideo,
watched
sorry.
the impeachment hearings. Live coverage, live streaming.
But yeah, I mean, imagine. I mean, you guys, the porn that Jim, you would go. You've told us stories before. You would rent 3 porn movies and a VCR
from Rite Aid. Yeah,
Walk to your house.
Really? You would rent them?
Plug
When you
it
were,
in.
as a kid, 16, 15 years old, I
But
would
you'd
go
rent
and
the VCR.
Rent the VCR, and you were allowed 3 porn tapes. Rite Aid in North Brunswick, and I would walk about a half mile home and plug it in, hook up the VCR. We didn't know
You're
VCR.
the Abe Lincoln of smut.
Believe me, I made the comparison.
Through the cold and rain, I would walk with 3 titles.
Uphill, yeah.
See, we had Kazaa. Do you remember Kazaa?
Yes, of course I
On
do.
a 56K modem, and
Yes.
you download something at the beginning of the day, go to school, come back, and it was gay porn by accident.
You know
You're
what
like,
the best
well,
thing-
I'm here.
Yeah, I didn't realize boys will be boys was 2 men.
I guess it's my only option.
Yeah.
And the
and
greatest
also-
thing you could do with Kazaa is like in college when people would leave their doors open and they would just leave Kazaa running on their computer, you could run over to their computer and just look up as much gay porn as you could possibly find.
Yes,
And
on someone
download.
else's computer.
So, I know. But what you
LimeWire. Do you remember LimeWire?
Of course.
Yeah, I remember that.
But you download a ton of gay porn.
Yes.
And you'd look for a short one that you could open immediately.
Yes.
You'd open it, you put the speakers on super loud.
And you'd feel free.
You put it you'd put it on a loop, and then back then it was the ball mouses, you know? You'd turn the mouse upside down,
Shut up.
unroll it, throw the
Wow.
ball somewhere else in the room, and then
Shut
unplug the keyboard, and then you just leave the room.
Did you
and
do
now,
that?
Yeah, all the time.
That is evil.
And now this guy has gay
What
porn
the-
just screaming
That's
at him,
incredible.
and he can't turn it off no matter how hard he tries.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And I mean, you take the ball, the scroller ball on the
Yes.
mouse, and you just throw it somewhere in the room.
God damn, that's a good
that's
one.
genius.
So you couldn't even help him find it if
Yeah,
you
but
wanted
no,
to.
here's why that's bad though, because then he's going to be humiliated.
I didn't even think of it.
Oh,
from
you know.
that
Oh, you're right.
perspective. It's great. Yeah, because I was amazing.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, imagine if you were like all that stuff, all the effort. There's just a website like YouTube.
They tried a university
massive
tried to
amounts
do
of free porn.
tried to do a study
Yeah.
on the effects of pornography on people that haven't looked at porn and people that have, and they had to end the study because they couldn't find a pool of
Who
people who
hasn't?
haven't looked at
Wow.
pornography.
It does fuck you up. I mean, it's not
What?
morally, but it makes you like your dick not work as
The
good.
amount. Jim.
The amount you can't get off without
The
it.
amount that
I mean,
you look is not
everyone's
typical.
choking and spitting, and I love it, but it's crazy. that it's
I mean,
happening.
there's no
Yeah.
stepbrothers and stepsisters that don't have sex with each other anymore.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, stepmothers are all hot.
they're all.
Dad married a woman with big tits, and she wants me to suck them.
I feel like I was living in 2019 back in like 97 because I used to look at interracial porn all the time.
Yes.
And my friends caught me looking at dogfart.com. Do you remember that website?
No, what's
No.
dogfart.com, Ian?
It's like a really big interracial site.
Oh.
And yeah, my
So it was
friends
your
would just
thing.
bark at me. There it
that.
is.
Wow.
I've never heard of it.
Never?
I got into the
welcome to
cuckolding
world of
later.
Dog fart.
What's
I'm not into
necessarily
cuckolding.
That was just the idea of it, like some
Yeah.
guy filming his wife. But even that just kind of passed. Like it was
Look
like
how fun
yeah.
that much fun that girl's having in the middle.
I mean, honestly, she is having a blast.
Yeah, I know.
well, that's
Time of her life.
that's of course the classic title Cum Bang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to interracial blow bang.
Oh, those are different sites. So if you sign up
Watching
for
my
Dog
mom go
Fart,
black. Oh my God.
if you sign up for Dog Fart, you get an automatic membership to Cum Bang.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's
And
Yeah.
there's
That's
Jim,
actually a hell of a
cuckold
deal.
session.
Well, you know what it was? Come bang. And what's the other one?
Glory hole.
Looks like yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say that.
Blacks on blondes.
What is it?
What?
This is what I don't get. You
Which
see
one?
It? You see the
Blacks
now,
on Blunts?
You see the new
No,
porn
watching
sites.
my mom something.
What?
Guys, you see the way they lay it out now? So now there's
You
some
don't need
poor
the drama.
woman to the right who's just masturbating. That like she's trying to like distract you from the site. Like, what is her job there? Like, what is she doing?
You know, I don't know. To me, that
Paying
does
for
look
college?
like it looks like the Conways.
To me, you know what that's like. It's like you go into a restaurant to eat, but someone had put up like a little flyer, like, learn how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's just like, what are you doing over there?
Dan Smith will teach you guitar.
What do you watch?
Cat
Dave?
sitting.
What do you watch? Is there any like Freddie? What do you
I always look for casting, and I've been trying to search down all the old up and comers with Randy West.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
love those.
Wow.
You know, everybody knows the Jenna Jameson
Sure.
one, number 11. That's what it's known
Oh
as.
yeah,
Number
Yes.
11.
everybody
But
knows
With the
that.
fart.
There were so many other great legends
bubble?
that started there. And what was the other thing? I look at Pierre Woodman. I like him a lot.
I don't
too.
know him.
Now, do you do the
He's
internet?
a private casting. He's an interracial. No, it's international.
Yeah,
He's religious now, I think, Randy West. I think he's like a religious guy.
Really?
Yeah, I think he got religious. Weird what happens to them when they get...
When they get older.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm the same age as Al Goldstein now, which is way before these guys' times. But you remember him, right?
Sure, of course.
It was like New York Midnight Blue. He was like the guy. Like I have the same whatchamacallit, COPD. Like, so honey, you're really a new bright star on the scene. It was just horrible. Like
Screw
you smell
magazine.
the Cat's Deli. You know.
The oldest like porn guy I know is Rocco.
Rocco Strady,
he's great.
Have you seen that documentary on him?
I saw it with
He's
subtitles.
It is
Yeah.
insane. The opening is a black and white shot of him in the shower, his massive cock, and him speaking Italian with subtitles. It goes, "From an early age, I knew I had the devil between my legs."
He's one of the best
He is
performers of all time.
He is great.
I love that he wants to make it poetic, though.
Yeah.
Like,
It
like
was
it's real
poetic.
art. What's going on?
Yeah.
Now, Dave, have you made the switch over to internet porn completely, or are you like Joe DeRosa with his horror movie VHS collection? Where you
I
just,
do have some.
You need something tactile.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel like it's my cache.
I
You
see.
know, it's like my secret.
In
cache.
case the internet shuts down, we can still fucking
Yeah.
feed
Prepping,
it.
Right, like
prepping
if-
for the
For the end time.
the end of
with
it.
porn.
Yeah. So, like, some people have a bunch of canned soup in their basement. Some
Yes.
people
I feel
have a
I'll be
whole
able
bunch
to
of
trade with
cash.
it.
Yeah, you're going to have
The other
porn and a
preppers.
DVD player.
Mm-hmm.
You might have trouble plugging in the DVD player if it's the end times, but, you know.
But I
That's
feel
why you
like
get a
I'm like
generator.
Jim now, which
Yeah.
is like
That's right.
I probably watch still too much for a normal person, but not as much as I used to watch.
It does. After a while, you're like, what am I doing?
Well, you're spending all your time doing cameos now. So.
Yeah, they do. That does take up a lot of my jerk off time.
Which is
Oh,
good.
do you do Cameo?
Not as me, but as my dumb characters. yeah.
Oh,
He's
amazing.
got 2 cameo accounts.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Where you speak to fans will ask you to say something or whatever, and you talk.
They pay you
Okay.
for videos. Like,
Yeah,
so,
like,
and
hey,
you get 'em
wish
as-
me a happy birthday. Or
Who else
you
is
know.
on it?
Everybody's on it, but
Mm-hmm.
Chip Chipperson is who's on it, and it's $69 for a video from Chip
Hilarious.
Chipperson.
And how about for Gilbert? I just saw Gilbert.
$100, $150.
150. But Gilbert, it's
Amazing.
funny because you never know what Gilbert you're going to get. There's fuck Gilbert, and then there's fucking like oh.
Oh, yeah, he's like tired.
Oh, my buddy made him that shirt. Perry Shall. He's a
Ah.
That's a cool
guitarist.
shirt.
That's an awesome
But
shirt.
he has 710. Gilbert is probably making a shitload of money.
I hope so.
Yeah. Give 710 reviews, by the way, probably means he's done 3 or 4 times that many videos, maybe 5. So he's probably got fucking 3,000 videos he's done.
I just got asked to do it, and I'm like, no way, because my numbers would be so pathetic. It would be like 1 review, 7 videos over a span of 3 years.
I feel like it's soul sucking.
yes,
And that's why I've gotten a request, too.
I feel like it's personally for me. I feel that it's like taking advantage of like. Well, I just feel like who the fuck would want me to be like, hey, happy birthday?
It's a weird thing. It's almost like it's a weird, like niche thing. Like if you want it, it's there.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it. Like, you know what I mean? It's a weird little. I didn't like doing it as me. Like the idea of doing it as me, I was like, no, because I just talk to people.
Yeah,
If you want me to
same
give you
here.
2 minutes of Chip,
Right.
I'm doing
Chip is a
personal
product
Right.
ultimately.
I'm doing
anyway.
personal performances.
Well, you're in some rarefied air. Look, there's Steve Gutenberg, and I think I saw Ruth Buzzy.
Yeah.
You got the whole.
I would just pay Nick Hexum from 311 to talk to me. His cameos just be like, hey, how you doing?
Let's see Ruth Buzzy. How many does she have? Oh, good for her.
What does her sound like?
150.
Hit it, Troy. You gotta hit the speaker.
For anyone you love. I can sing happy birthday or hey, happy anniversary or whatever you'd like. Let me do something special for you today.
What?
A blow bang from Ruth Buzzy.
That's when the nurse comes in. Okay, Ruth, time to go back to Ruth.
You realize she's talking. She has a catheter. Hey, let me just go. I want to see how long the
Ruth,
first
how
one.
do you keep getting out of your room?
Look at her, the cowboy.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
good for fucking Ruth Buzzy.
God bless her.
Oh my God, she was great in Saw. Let me see the.
I'm Ruth Buzzy, and I'd like to play a game.
All right, the average minute and a half. All right, she's not doing
Whatever
good.
you'd like.
Some of them are shitty where they'll do them for like 15 seconds. It's like give somebody a minute and a half or more. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're just rambling.
So that's what you do, Jim? Just like one after another?
I'll do them as Chip. Yeah,
Chip did a 3-minute one yesterday that we watched.
That was a mistake.
It was too long.
But I really
What's Ernie Hudson from the
Love them.
Ghostbusters say?
show the Ghostbusters. I can't watch Chip anymore. I can't do it.
Who wants Chris Hansen? Isn't that kind of like a?
But no, that's why guys are doing it. They're sending it to their friends.
He literally accuses.
His are genius.
You can pay him $100 and accuse your friend of being a pedophile. That's
No.
yeah, that's what he does.
Oh, Ernie Hudson.
Lost
That's
weight.
a good one.
Guys, that I am now on Cameo. So you want to give
What a
shout
voice,
out
huh?
to
He is
special
great.
people in
Amazing.
your lives,
Somebody should
for
straighten out
special
that picture.
occasions.
It really is uncomfortable.
Oh, that's so annoying.
My house is falling. The foundation. I need the money. Help me.
It looked like he was doing a bunch of them in his Ghostbusters uniform.
Yes. Oh my God. What's he say?
Hey, Matt. This is Ernie Hudson, Winston Zeddemore from Ghostbusters. As you can see, I'm wearing my Winston Zeddemore jumpsuit just to give you and Meg a happy wedding anniversary shout out. Congratulations, guys. I know that I think it's your 7th wedding anniversary. I know you guys
I'm
have been
bored.
together.
But you know, but I'll tell you why.
He's too nice a guy.
Here's why
Yeah,
people
he's
like
too
it, because with social media, everybody is so much closer to people they like, and now you can actually have the person. Like, look, if you, when I was 15, I mean, I couldn't have afforded $150, $200, but if you had told me, look, you can get Kiss to talk to you and say your name, or get fucking Ozzy Osbourne to say hello, like, oh, I would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I would've
No,
been
it's
crazy
true.
to
I
do
get
that.
it.
Or how about even like a reverse, like a, you know, you could pay somebody to like Evel Knievel, let's say back in the day, to like punch in the face, like jump over your house and bang your wife and then just punch in the face.
Yeah, or jump
Whoa,
over
dude,
a
what an
fat girl you're
experience.
fucking.
Yeah, there's
that?
all kinds of people out
Yeah,
there.
there's Chipper.
Oh, the unknown comic.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my God. Who's Insane Johnny?
I don't
What?
know.
He's wild, man.
$20, but these are all guys who probably have a fan base on some level.
Yeah,
There's
It might be-
Instagram stars on there. There's
Sure.
YouTube stars on
Yeah,
there.
but go up. Who's that guy? Ricky? Like what? It's just some guy with.
He's a YouTuber.
YouTube can be 300 views though.
Yeah.
That means he's probably done
What?
fucking over 1,000 videos.
People love YouTubers.
Yeah.
Do you want a video from Ricky
No.
Broick? Then book me on Cameo right now. Do it. What are you waiting for?
See, people will
Book
send that
me
to.
now.
Imagine spending your life being just like, I am just so gross and horrible, and then you just find
Like
your
we
niche
can't imagine that.
of like- No, but like
Us male models.
Yeah.
Be-
Funny
being
that
that
you should
guy
mention
must
that.
have been
Jim will be at
tough.
Caroline's December 12th. And
Being that guy must have been tough, and then now he's just capitalizing off of being a freak.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
you
a
know
modern day
what?
freak show.
You got
he's Artie.
to sometimes.
Oh no shit.
Sometimes you got to take what you were given. You know, you got to lean in instead of trying to fight the tidal wave.
I guess,
right?
Exactly.
Artie's
He's
getting
looking good.
I mean, you mean to tell me
Yes.
that mustache of yours is an accident? I don't think so.
Hey, buddy.
I just did Artie's new podcast. He is on it. He's doing great.
Doesn't he look
awesome.
great, man? I'm
He
really
really
happy
does.
for him. I saw him at the Cellar one night. He looks fucking healthy. I mean, he's obviously going to get his nose fixed. I'm thinking he's going to go take care of that.
I don't know. he
but his
kinda
body
looks
looks
with
good.
it now.
I mean,
I mean, I
He's
wouldn't
like
go that far,
glowing,
but-
man. It's awesome.
It's
to
Yeah,
so
but he
see.
nice
does
to
look
see.
good.
He lost a lot of weight, man.
Yeah.
He looks great.
Yeah.
And the beard is great too. The goatee, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's quite a lineup, those three over there. That's a
Yeah.
Hollywood, that's a
Granny
Hollywood
Potty.
Squares. That's a Tic Tac No.
Let me see Granny Potty Mouth.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I'm sure she doesn't use any coarse language.
How much is it for
You're
her?
truly the tits, Granny
32
Potty.
bucks.
Take a shit. Thanks a shit. Oh, that's a
Why don't
take
you
a
scroll
shit.
down and just see if you can watch one of the other videos?
I'm Granny Potty Mouth, and I'll shit in your mouth.
Norma. Hi there, it's me, Granny Potty Mouth. How the fuck are you, dear?
That's fun.
Listen, your friend Lisa asked me to give you a super mega awesome super mega tits congratulations
Tits.
for starting your new business. I think it's a brilliant idea. LifeTech Iowa, selling equipment for independent
All right,
living.
she's just-
Oh fuck! Do you know I'm about
She
to
just
get
says
one
fuck.
of my knees replaced?
but why is the
this is
hair?
so sad.
Her hair is blowing. It really annoys me. That's the
Probably
worst part.
outside.
She has hair like Rod. She has hair like Rod Steiger.
She was on a burner phone.
There's so many great ones in
I
there.
just figured out, by the way, Ian, how you can do this.
How?
You do cameos as you're riding through New York City on your bicycle with the music blaring in the background.
Yes.
shit.
I mean, they work. The videos. Have you seen Ian's bicycle videos on
I
Twitter?
have not.
Oh my God, they're incredible. He was the New York hardcore boy driving through Brooklyn yesterday, listening to hardcore
That
music.
band is called Year of the Knife. They're from Delaware. I gotta listen to them.
You love Delaware.
Yeah,
you're from Delaware.
Delaware for life.
Yeah,
even though I left at 18.
That's okay.
So there's no like, oh, cool. What video is that of Ian?
Yeah, Ian, you do little videos of yourself constantly. So I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want to get a little bit of scratch for it, you know?
Today's a good day to ride the bike and be a little hardcore boy.
What you don't see is me hitting a car.
So do you have like giant speakers attached to your bike or just a boom box?
I have a speaker. I'll give it a shout out. It's called a Celtic Blue.
Okay.
It's I have it mounted on my bike and I play music and it's like it's
so
good
obnoxious.
because it's so obnoxious, but you have to be so people know you're coming.
Right.
So they look out and they don't hate you.
Okay, if you were really worried about being hit that much, wouldn't you wear a helmet?
Or get
I
a
was going to
bell.
say, it's not a good message for the young riders.
You know, Dave, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a bell. And I told you the story. I dinged it at John Laster.
Well, and well, who's John Laster, for those that don't know?
Yes, we had him in.
He's a very funny guy.
Very funny, very tall, hulking black man.
He was just in last week, right?
He was. He was apparently an amazing ball player when he was younger, too.
Yes.
Colin
He was.
Hemroy's
Yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
He was the one who was in trying to get more people to follow him on Instagram.
That's right.
Because somebody had told him that you're funnier than this person who just got a comedy special, but he has more Instagram followers than you.
So competitive.
Yes.
So
It really
John
is.
Laster's trying to get his Instagram up
Yes.
so that it becomes undeniable.
And
Wow.
his name on there is He Was Funny, which is
Right.
super easy.
So what happened? You rang your bell at John
Well,
Laster?
I was in like a bad part of Brooklyn. I don't know what I was doing there. And in the summer I ride around shirtless.
Well, it's warm.
It's hot. I sweat.
Right.
And I gotta let these motherfuckers know I got some good pecs.
Yeah. Sure.
And I'm riding my bike. I got my music playing ska. And
Do you wear shorts?
I wear shorts. Yeah.
And are
yeah.
they longer shorts or maybe shorter shorts?
I mean, Sam.
Oh, no.
Of course they're short shorts.
Because you got quads too, right?
I got quads. I got
Right.
tats.
He's
You gotta
dressed
show
like
'em
every
off.
porn star that died of AIDS.
And so I'm riding shirtless. I see Laster. I'm playing ska. I ding my little jingle bell, and I go, "Johnny Lester, hey!" And he just stares at me. And this is my buddy. We've shared hotel rooms. We hang out, and then he tells me later that he was with some real hardcore brothers on the street from his neighborhood, and they go, "Hey, man. Is that one of your boys?" And he goes, "Nah, dude, that's a fan." And he totally threw me under the bus. And
For survival.
For survival,
You
yeah.
can see why he would do that.
But then a couple weeks later, I saw him in the village with like a bunch of hot girls, and I was shirtless, and I started circling around him like a shark on my bike, and I was like, "John Laster, my best friend, my friend I see all the time, hello." And I hope I cockblocked
Women
him.
might like that, though. They might go, well, this guy John hangs out, because they probably think you're gay riding around speaking like that. Probably, this guy John
you think so?
is a good guy. He has gay friends. He's a safe guy. That probably helped him.
That tattooed gay man said hello.
Yeah, with great fervor and joy.
Yes, yes.
Do you think though? But he would have to kind of make it clear. It's got to be the right amount of fervor, where it's like we're friends, but we haven't had gay sex together.
Yes,
Right.
a fervor, not a fever from AIDS.
Yes, that's right. That's
But it's,
right.
I love riding the bike and blasting music, and sometimes you'll catch strangers in the street who like nod and like wave at you, and it's nice to give them like a little Johnny Appleseed of joy while you're going in the street.
Yeah, but
you
you've
know?
also ridden around New York City in 2019,
Yes.
blasting 311 as if anybody wants to hear that.
You know what? Fuck you. People do. People, whether they know it or not,
Yeah.
they need that slap
Chill.
bass. Yeah, they
Once
need- chill.
Once in a while, man, I was in the village one night, and there was a guy in a convertible playing Beat It. Really fucking loud. And I'm
Right.
like, God, it's so old, it sounds perfect.
It's a good
And
song.
you're like, God, that sounds great in a big car.
Yeah. Sometimes a song will sync up in a moment where like you hit every green. You know when the light goes from like green and then you can time it to just never stopping down the street.
In
as you're
certain
hitting
blocks.
every light, you know?
First Avenue, yeah.
You hit that, the perfect song is on, the weather's right, and you just feel like so peaceful and great in that moment.
That's because you're
And
playing DMX the whole time.
Well, I had to stop playing Kendrick Lamar because of some of the bad slurs.
You won't.
That would be weird for me to listen to at a red light.
Yeah,
Who else rides a bike here in town besides him?
I know. I would.
This guy?
Troy
You know,
Kwan. No, I don't even live in this
In like the
godforsaken
80s,
city.
I was riding a bike. I don't even know where we got the bikes, but I had a bike, and a guy threw a brick at me. Like that. That's how un-bike friendly this town was. Now it's almost like it's Beijing out there. It really is. It's just like bikes all day long.
Nice bike, asshole.
Why did he throw a brick?
I don't know. I think it was just like, hey, there's a guy on a bike, a target.
Oh, yeah.
We have all these bricks. Let's throw it at him. I wasn't doing anything. I was just riding on a bike.
Did he hit you?
No.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, I was good. I was good back then. But I was just thinking, like, with these bikes now, like the guys who are on the bike and not only listen to music, but they're also on their phone. And it's like, how can you feel sorry for them when something happens to those guys?
Are you
They're like,
literally
constantly
talking about Ian
asking-
Fidance?
I'm not.
No, he doesn't do that.
I don't do that.
He's just
I'm
making
very
videos
aware.
on his phone. You're just making a video on your phone, riding a bike and blasting music.
There is a
Yeah,
point
but
to
I'm
that.
not texting.
The motorized ones are fucking the ones that like where they're those
yeah.
things. They're
Those
doing
the
like
delivery
30
guys, yeah.
Those
I'm
are
gonna get one of
scary.
those. That'll be good.
You know where they're maniacs on bicycles? Amsterdam.
Yeah,
They're fucking crazy on bicycles. Like usually sometimes you see somebody get hit by a bicycle in New York City, like in Times Square or whatever, and that's always, kind of a fun thing to see. But in Amsterdam, you have to avoid bikes like you avoid cars.
Yeah.
Because they're just riding at top speeds. There's not that many cars. Everybody's on bicycles, and they don't care about
Well,
you.
I'm very vocal. And you have to kind of think ahead to like gleam the cube of like where you can go in between people and cars and stuff. So I'm like vocal and like let people know that I'm coming. I have my little bell and I'm, whatever. So
And
I used to be a
ska.
jerk. I used to like yell and be like, fuck you. But that like didn't make me feel good.
Right.
Well, that's a negative. It's bad.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do you look down on the people on the city bike because they're kind of like just like
absolutely.
Yeah, they're not real
Those
bikers.
fucking losers.
Especially when they're in like a slacks and a dress shirt and a tie. You're like,
my
that's
god! And
nuts.
they're wearing a parka and it's like 50 degrees and a scarf, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not planning well for the weather.
You're not real.
because they're being on a planetary level responsible. They're trying to lower their carbon footprint.
They also
I
want
hate
to.
them.
They want to not be the typical 9-to-5er who rides a subway. No, I'm a little more interesting than that. I ride a city bike.
Yeah.
You're not more interesting.
Although it is smart because the subway is so cramped and packed now
Yeah.
that it's like Tokyo. Like in the L in the morning, there are 3 rows of people and one row goes up and then they shift because you can't even get on the trains in the morning.
So it's Tokyo down
that
in the
bad,
subway
huh?
and Beijing up
on
in the streets.
Yeah.
This is
The
New
L
York is
train, is
getting
that rough,
crazy.
huh?
I mean, yeah, the L train is insane. I mean, sometimes it has to skip stops because you can't even get anyone on the train.
What if they want to get off?
No,
I mean, you're fucked.
you're fucked.
You're totally fucked.
You're there till the afternoon.
And they've raised the price of a monthly. The inflation on it's insane compared to what the base pay of everyone's making in the
Didn't
city.
they shut it down for a while? Where they were going to shut it down, but then they kept it open.
Yeah, they kept it open.
Yeah,
They
the L
did.
train. Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
New York.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Do you have? I mean, will you change your music as you're going to fit the mood, or do you go off and go like, you know what, today's a sublime day?
It all depends on what I'm feeling.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And sometimes I want to blare some ska. Sometimes I'm, the 311 hits, and you can't just stop moving.
No, I
you
get
know?
that. I totally get that.
Yeah.
But there are songs that you won't play because you would think about the red lights.
Well,
and
I had
go,
Kendrick Lamar on, and he was dropping N-bombs, and it's just weird for me
Can't
to
do
be
that.
Can't do it.
shirtless having this play
that's-
in the middle of 35th and Broadway.
That's cultural
you know?
appropriation for both blacks and gays.
Yeah.
You can't be that guy.
I think you should actually play it and edit out the rest of the song, and only have that
See how good? Yeah. How fast you can go on your bike?
Yeah. It's cardio,
Did you have to learn from experience, or do you just kind of know I don't want to be in that position?
I mean, it's happened.
Yes.
And then I'm fumbling with the thing to like turn it off, and I have to be like, I didn't know.
Is it coming from your phone and plugged into the speaker? Or
It was coming from my mouth.
before I even had the speaker.
I wasn't even listening to music. I was just yelling it.
Have you gotten hit on the street? Because I've also seen a video of you not even on a bicycle. You went up to the Times Square Elmos.
Yeah.
And you started yelling,
Stolen Valor.
Stolen Valor. That's not really Elmo.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you were right in their faces, and then you were going up to people as they were passing, going, "Do you see this? This is stolen valor."
Well, I thought I was going to get hit because I do these stolen valor things, and there was a guy playing the flute on the street, and everyone was crowded around him, and I was like, "Stolen valor, you're not Lizzo, you're not a fat black Yas queen," because he was like a crazy white guy, and everyone was standing around because he had just assaulted someone with his flute.
Oh no!
And was
Why
waiting
would
for
you?
the police, and I was like, "Well, I better scurry away."
He hit somebody with his flute.
Yeah.
How do you not love that guy?
I know, right?
What better use of a flute than to hit somebody?
But if you know somebody's doing that, you don't want to run up to them and yell, "You're not Lizzo" at them.
Well, I kept my distance, but he also had to know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
stolen valor. Military guys like that. They like when you like pretend
Those
to be
videos
them.
are the funniest thing in the world.
The stolen valor. Isn't it great watching humiliated people just not able to answer these
But
questions?
then you realize how much certain people know about the military. Like when you see guys that can go 3 and 4 levels deep in the conversation,
crazy.
Yeah.
but the guy in the military knows, why is that patch in that order? Like they'll always get you on
a
something.
little detail.
But these guys know a lot about being in the military.
But it's amazing when you see a video of a veteran at the mall with his wife and child going Christmas shopping, and you hear the wife be like, "Cameron, stop! Cameron, stop!" And he goes, "No, you stop! Stolen van!" He just attacks a clearly autistic guy that wanted to be in the military but couldn't pass a psychological test.
That's like Bob Lazar pretending he went to those colleges.
Yeah.
Boo hoo.
That's right.
So he's at the mall. Hey, you know what? They should attack that guy. Honestly.
Yeah.
No, they should,
Because
but
he's taking
it's
benefits.
funny. It's funny to see the wife be like, "Stop it!"
And the kid's right there, like-
yeah, and the guy's yelling, the kid's crying, and he's like, "No, I have to call out this, fat loser."
Yeah, the kid, you my son has to learn that this is not acceptable.
That's why I like to do stolen valor for people that look like people that they're not.
Right.
Now,
has anybody accused you of stealing stolen valor?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we all steal valor in one way.
Sure
or
we
another,
do.
you
Yeah, we
know?
do. Yeah, we do.
I was going to do it to a guy in the village that looked like Wolverine, and he had the mutton chops.
Yeah.
He was so strong, and just really, it scared me to imagine confronting him.
I know you don't want to get your teeth knocked out over a street
Yes, yes.
Have you gotten hit? You got almost hit by a man with a flute.
No, I haven't gotten hit. Knock
Okay.
on wood for me, fellas, but I haven't gotten hit since I was drinking.
I won't knock on wood. I want you to. I love you. But I would think that'd be hilarious.
Get beaten up.
Great video. Where's Fighter inside? Get his hat kicked
A
off.
stranger comes up, they're like, "Let me help you." I'm like, "Stolen valor, you're not an EMT."
So if you were confronted on your bike and some guy wanted to fight you, would you put your shirt on? Is that what you would do since you're half nude?
Dude, that happened to me a couple months ago. Some Australian guy yelled at me and I yelled back, and then he was like, "Pull over," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll pull over." And then the closer he got, I realized how much bigger he was in real life than me being 50 feet away from him.
Why did he want you? What did you done?
Because he was in the bike lane. It's like, "Hey, you're in a bike lane." He's like, fuck you, fuck. And I was like, "Hey, man, you're being a dickhead." And he goes, "Pull over, I'll show you a dickhead." I was like, "Well, I'll show you a fucking dickhead." And then I really regretted that.
What happened when you pulled over?
He came up to me and got in my face, and I held onto my helmet, like, for protection.
case.
And he was putting his forehead on my forehead.
What is with that? Everybody with the closeness now. What is that?
I know.
I
It's
don't know.
aggression.
But, yeah.
And you know what? I mean, hate and love is just very, very close. It's one of those things when you have that much aggression and
You get a
testosterone
tattoo
flowing.
in your knuckles.
Yeah,
It's like everybody has to get right in your face in this town. What happened?
because it's the same feeling as I'm about to passionately make out with you, and either one of those could have happened.
How
Then.
did you diffuse it?
Did
you yell
another
back
guy
at him?
came up,
Kissed
and,
him.
Yeah, I was yelling. Well, he was Australian, and I just started insulting him, and I was like, "Go back to your country."
Good for you.
That is the go-to.
Good for you.
One time I watched Troy get into a fight with a person who I will not name who it was, but they were arguing back and forth, like from feet away. And he was like, "Wait till we get outside." Troy was saying this, "Wait till we get outside, wait till we get outside." And this other person was like, "Oh, great, you're threatening to beat me up now?" And Troy left where he was and got into this person's face, and he goes, "No, I'm not going to hit you. I'm going to kiss you." And he went right up to him and went, like within centimeters of actually kissing him. And it did defuse the tension at the time.
What actually? So some guy came over. You guys are yelling at each other.
Yeah, and his girlfriend was like pulling him away. And
Was
I
she hot?
She was so hot.
Yeah, so they went home and had some great sex. Oh, honey, you could have beaten up that special needs kid on the bike. You didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I just was like, you gotta calm down. Look, man, I just want you to be respectful of bikers. That's my whole argument was like respecting the bike lane. That's all I care
This
about.
energy is bad for you. You know, I'm looking out for you here.
Yeah. That's I really queered it up, but you know.
No, this is not about us yelling at each other. We're a small part of the picture.
Everything you're saying is
think locally.
Yeah. I'm not trying to stand down, but I am trying to defuse tension with every second of this interaction.
There's so much fucking mental illness.
That's true.
Yes.
I had a thing, and I talked about this before, where I came out of an apartment. I was in Queens about 4 years ago, and I was seeing someone, and I came out, and there was a drunk guy, very small guy, though. He's probably like 40. But blackout drunk. Like, he saw me and he was like, wobbly. He goes, and he was speaking Spanish, and he like started to posture up to fight, but he was so drunk he couldn't stand up. It was like that type of.
Did you fight him?
I literally walked away, and he was like, "Mah!" And he's yelling, and I'm like, I couldn't. Does he think I'm somebody else? Is he just mentally ill?
You could have won, though.
I would have murdered him. He's fucking blackout
awesome.
drunk. I ran up the street. Because there's no advantage to fucking punching a guy who's that fucking loaded. Of
course. Yeah. There's definitely some mental illness, especially like in front of the club. We see it pretty much every night.
Oh, man.
Just like some of these guys super aggressive.
In front of the cellars, crazy at night.
Yeah. Just like crazy.
They're going nuts at Caroline's because the guy's selling CDs. You know, the Times Square guy's selling CDs.
Oh, right.
They keep going to Caroline's and like trying to
I
get
got
the people
into it
online.
with a guy one night.
Of course you did.
Because he called a guy a faggot because he wouldn't take his CD, and he was
I've done that many times. It's a marvelous sales technique. You know how many CDs I've shamed people into buying?
He called him a faggot and then accused him of also being racist and was like, "That you not taking that is like basically saying the M word, you faggot." And I was like, "You just negated like your claim. Like, what are you talking about?"
Okay, Logic. He's trying to sell a CD.
Exactly. He's a
You're like
thief.
You're like a street lawyer.
Okay, sociology major. Like,
Yes. Let me tell this guy with no shirt from Brownsville that he's being un-PC.
Yeah, you mean a guy in 2019 that makes a living selling blank CDs with cover art like that? Oh, you outsmarted him?
I was trying.
I'm glad you came on the radio to brag about it.
I was trying to get these fellas to get along.
So what happened when you said that?
You know,
Do you know the logic of what you just said?
I got surrounded, and then I was like, "It's all about love." Like, yeah, brother. And then we all like shook hands, and they walked
I hate
away.
that part
you
too.
know.
It's all good.
Ian took his shirt off and got back on his bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to say no. These tourists hold it. Like, what's your name? Bob. And then they sign it. And then you got to buy it because he signed it. Like, it's a genius scam.
Yeah. They go like, well, I can't. It was $10. It was you said the CD was free. Yeah, I know, but the autograph is $10.
They
What?
swindle you.
Yeah.
But it's even hard to even walk away. Like in front of remember the underground where the guy was, it was like we were all going to go eat.
Oh my God.
And this guy, like, first he wanted a cigarette, then he wanted money.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
it was just like him wanting to talk.
Yeah,
You know,
the
and that
worst.
was the worst part.
And
It
you
sucks.
feel rude by
Yeah.
not responding, but it's like, I know what he wants. It's not like
No, but
legit.
he was also cock blocking everybody in the space around there.
Yeah.
It was like the whole thing. Go ahead.
And
you
he
can tell
was
the
like
story.
telling this girl, he's like, every single part of you is elegant. And then we were like, here, take a cigarette, see it. He leaves and comes back and he goes,
Yeah,
you want me to sing you a song? You
Yeah,
want me to
he's
tell you a joke?
Yeah, he's like, I can't help it if I'm charming.
Yeah. His name was like Ray. We're like, get out of here. Dude, a guy in the village stole a slice of pizza out of my mouth.
Out of your mouth?
Out of my mouth.
That's awesome. He deserves the pizza.
I offered him a slice. He goes, I got one in my pocket.
Can
And I
you
was
go
like,
to Darren
all right.
on Long Island?
Yeah.
Do you know how happy this would make me?
What's up, Darren?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Hey,
Hey, I think that the other side of the story that for Ian is Jason Ellis, because I heard Jason Ellis tell the exact same story.
Which story are we talking
the
about?
Australian.
Jason Ellis.
Whoa, look
The
at this guy.
Australian in the bike lane.
that's not the guy
Australian
who.
in the bike lane.
Oh my God.
No, I don't think it was him.
Talk about the world's most unfair fight.
But yeah, I
He's
mean, he
an
is.
MMA guy. Jason's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
too.
he
look
is
at
bigger.
him.
So you're saying Jason Ellis, who does the afternoons here, told a story where a guy in a bike lane was talking shit, and he had to pull.
Some self-righteous guy in a bike lane.
Hey.
was talking
Wouldn't
shit.
that be fucking awesome?
No, my guy didn't
Jason
have like
Ellis
a
would've-
tattoo in his face.
He would have killed you.
Look at that guy.
He would have
Oh,
murdered you.
Jason is fucking a psychopath.
Yeah, I would have known.
I mean,
if
it's
it
been a
was
long
him.
time since he was in New York. He's LA based.
Yeah, but he might have been here, and he is
has been-
Australian.
He has been here though. He is Australian, and he would have gotten out of his car with the confidence that he would murder you. With
And
his
he's
hands.
married to a very attractive girl too.
Yeah, he's married. Yeah, he
That
could have
guy
been
would
with.
chew me up and spit me out.
Yeah, so it wasn't him?
No.
Oh, all right.
You know what?
Thank
Next time,
you anyway, man.
Next time Ellis
Maybe
is
it
in
was
town.
Billy Ellish.
Thanks,
I'm a
Darren.
bad
Thanks,
guy.
guys. Have a great morning.
All right,
Hey, have a good one, man.
Maybe next time Jason is in town, we'll just have him fight Ian just to see.
That'd be
Just to
great.
represent Australia.
Yeah, I'll do it for bikers.
On
rights.
bikes,
Yeah.
though. They should both be on bikes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think that's a good idea.
Yes.
Wow. I really hope it was Jason
That'd be
Ellis. That'd be so great.
great.
Whose side would you take?
I mean,
Mine's
I
about
like
Ian.
both of these guys. I know
That's
Jason
right.
a long time.
Yeah.
But I see Ian all the time.
I
Yes.
like Ian,
Thank you.
but
However, I do use Jason's studio when I'm in Los Angeles.
and I like to
And
when I
Jason
like
could strangle me and throw me through a window.
That's
so I'm
true.
That's
Team
a good
Jason.
point.
and I like to
What is his?
When
What
I-
is his? Is he MMA? Like what is
He's
he?
a
doing?
he's an old ex skateboarder.
yeah.
He trains MMA.
He's tough as fuck.
Yeah, he is. He's a legitimately tough dude.
He
just-
got famous from doing those like ridiculous like long skate ramp jumps, like the super jumps, the super
Yeah.
ramps, where you go down
Oh.
like 5 stories and then go off the ramp.
That's balls, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
There
he
was a
does a
dude.
show.
There was a dude that would do like huge drops. What was his? Was his
Danny
name
Way?
like Jamie or something? He would do these huge like 2-story
Jane
drops.
Gum.
Jane Gum. Yes. Big front lady.
I like that you're constantly on the hunt for content in New York City, Ian.
I
think
respect
it's a
that
He
too.
enjoys the city. I think he really takes
I
advantage.
You like
really
it.
love the city.
A true
Yeah.
Big Appler. To
Yes.
really use terminology.
I really love living in New York City.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the world.
And you documented. Do you still like it, David Tell?
I think I'm over it.
Yeah.
I really do feel like it's a lot of work, and there's these. It's so like the High Line. Have you seen this thing?
Sure.
Yep.
So at first everyone was like, "What are they doing up there?" And then it became like, "Okay, let's put trees and foliage up there and everything." And now they just built buildings like on either side of it, so you can't see it again. It's like that's such a New York thing. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, here's a spontaneous kind of cool thing, and then let's immediately like take advantage of it and try and like
Cover
make
it
a
with
buck
expensive
off.
buildings. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of like done with this.
Where
Town,
would
but
you-
where else? I got to stay here.
Yeah,
though,
where
you know?
would you go if you weren't in New York?
I don't know. I guess Vegas, maybe.
Oh,
know.
you wouldn't even move to the suburbs. You're out of New York.
Oh no,
out
I
of New
hate
York.
this. I hate this. You have a family. Do you want to move out there?
I'm
This
in
summer?
Westchester. That's where I live.
Oh,
It's
God,
the
I feel
greatest.
for you. You like it?
I love it. It's
I
called
wouldn't
the,
like it.
It's the best Chester.
Why?
Oh,
But
What do you
being
mean,
lonely,
why?
Dave is single too. It's different.
ugh.
That's true.
Every time I go out to my mom's house, it's like another problem there.
Where does
you
your
know?
mom live?
I can't tell you. I mean, she lives in the greater state area, but she just basically it's just like home improvement, keeping the house going, and all that stuff. It's so boring.
It is
expensive.
exhausting too.
It's expensive.
Bob Kelly? Well, yeah, because New York City is like really cheap, right?
Well, no, but in New York, you hire a guy to do it, whereas in your own house, I mean, you have that beard now. I assume that you're cleaning a gutter, maybe. I'm a handyman. Putting in a fire pit in your yard.
Yeah, I go from Bob Ross to Bob Vila very, very quick.
No, I didn't know you were a homebody like that.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
love
with
it.
the kids.
Is that why you like Westchester? Because it is like a home feel, and you can like put up decorations. Like, what don't you
love being
like
at
about
home.
the city?
I love being
Yeah,
at
but
home.
can't you have that in the city?
Yeah, if I want to sit in a closet. Like
Why it's not the worst place to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you make
You've
it
enjoyed it.
kind of comfortable after a while.
Well, when you go on the road, like I'm sure Jim will back us up on this, you do miss New York because at least in New York, there's things to do after 10 o'clock. Where in a
Yes.
lot of these towns, it really after 10, forget about it. You're
Yeah,
done.
you want food,
That's-
you want to get something to eat. It's
Yeah.
just- yeah.
That's true. You got to
It's just you in the
adapt a
hotel
little bit.
lobby
Yeah.
talking to
Yeah.
the nervous clerk.
Yeah, it's desolate.
You can always find the 24-hour diner, but there's like one.
You
Barely.
There's
And
none of that
then they're
anymore.
like IHOps, and they're terrible.
What's
We were,
terrible
in,
It's
about
not
an
even
IHOP?
open, yeah.
we were in an IHOP once, and there was just arguments in the kitchen. That was our entertainment.
It really seemed like a play, like a play was going on in the kitchen, just screaming at each other. Going
That's
on out of
awesome.
the kitchen. We're all just waiting there, like everyone's trying to be a good patron.
Yeah, we're like, can
they're
we
just
just
figuring out something?
can we just get our shitty food?
Yeah.
Can you just give
It's
us
like-
our undercooked food,
It's
please?
like dinner theater.
It
Except
really
the IHOP
was.
version.
Did they
really,
solve it
really was.
amicably, I hope?
I don't know, but we like made friends at the table next to us, bonding over how shitty everything was.
Yeah, it was good.
Where was it?
Fuck.
Was that in?
That was in
Oh, I know.
Ohio.
That Dayton, the place in between Dayton and whatchamacallit?
Oh, Liberty City?
Yeah.
Libertyville? Liberty
Huh.
Township.
Oh.
Ohio, yeah.
That sounds like a place that
Yeah.
would happen. Liberty Township, Ohio.
It was
No.
something.
I love Westchester because it's close enough to the city. You know, it's a
Right.
half-hour drive, so it's nothing. It's very easy.
You drive in every day or you take the train?
I drive.
You
in.
drive in the morning?
Yeah.
What?
We
It takes-
start at 7, so it's a little earlier.
Yeah. I drive. I leave the house at like 5:30. I'm
Where
here
do you
by.
park?
Really?
I got a lot.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
If you're married with a kid, I could see it. Like you want a house, you
I
want your
was-
kid to go to a better
yeah.
school, not in New York.
I was there before I had a kid.
I
You're
would
just
go crazy.
You're a suburban man.
Everything I need is there,
Mhm.
and I also get the benefit of having space. For the space that I have, I pay way less than I would have to pay in New York.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
And also, you won't have like a pretentious city kid.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
No.
How do you like your place?
I think it's all right. I mean, I'm just like being on the road. I feel like I should just be on the road all the time. You know, that's the way.
Right.
I see it.
Didn't
It's
Doug
like-
do that for a while?
What?
Stanhope was out for a while. Was he just
He
kind
goes out like for eight weeks or something like that, and then he doesn't tour for like a couple of months or something. I forget his schedule, but yeah, he used to be where he would tour like half the year or something.
Yeah.
You know, but he would go vanning. You know, he'd like go from one
He
to the
would,
next,
yeah.
to the next, to the
I
next.
think
So-
Morgan Murphy was on the road with him. I don't know for the whole time.
I think Doug's working on a new book right now.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm. But you know, you tell me, like, Jim, what do you think? You know, are you ready for another year of road work? Sure.
I go on and off, on and off. I needed a little bit of a break where I would go like once or twice a month just
Right.
for this year because it was driving me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I still like the road.
I think I get more comedy done on the road now, just because like I have to do so much more time.
Yeah.
And like with Ian in there, like, you know, we riff it up at the end, like what I do with Jeff. You
Yeah.
know, like when I'm on the road with
that's
Jeff,
cool.
we have
That's
like
awesome.
really good, you know, like, you know, even though we don't work every time a lot together, we still sync up pretty quickly.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, we usually get some new stuff out there, and you know, that's all good. I like doing that on the road, and I need the money. You know, I got like round the clock nursing going on with my mom, but other than that, I was like, you know, in New York, I'm not missing anything. I don't really feel like I'm missing anything here anymore. You know,
When you're away, yeah. I just went. The schedule got a little crazy because the morning shit here, it's hard to just. To
well, you
go
have a
away.
real job too, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
most
and you had to
comics
run
do.
that Degenerate set a bunch too, right?
Yeah,
Are
that
you
was
running
a-
that on the road or just in the city?
I would run it.
That
when-
was so fucking funny, man.
Oh, thanks, Ian.
Yeah.
I found out I had a. I think I found out like 10 days or 8 days before that I was actually doing it. So I ran it a little bit, and then I just went out to Vegas and fucking ate my dick in the Comedy Cellar in Vegas running it.
Love that.
Oh,
Love that.
man, that was a rough go.
So that season of The Degenerates is going to be out on Netflix New Year's Eve,
Year's
right?
Eve,
Oh,
man.
that's cool.
So you can spend your holiday watching Jim Norton in The Irishman and then Jim Norton on The Degenerates.
Yeah, what'd you think of
Amazing.
that, man? How
I loved it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm just happy I didn't get cut. That's always my answer to it. Like I'm just happy I didn't get fucking cut, man.
Right.
You know, I liked it, but then I realized that Anna Paquin didn't have enough lines, so I
That
don't
bothered
like
me.
it
I'm
anymore.
like,
I didn't watch it.
I
Shut
don't
up,
like it.
Pesci. I want to hear her.
Yeah.
But in fairness, she didn't care. She was like, I'm happy to be in it. So I was honored to be there.
That's what the role called for. The role was about De Niro. The movie was about De Niro's character. De Niro's character, a key point in that is that he didn't have a relationship with his daughter.
Mhm.
So what would she talk about?
Well, I think she needed like a bunch of asides.
She was
You think
acting
so?
with her eyes.
Yeah.
As they say.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird. Did you meet you know all those guys anyhow, right?
Did I meet anybody I hadn't met? I think I had met all of them. I don't know. I mean, Pesci, I don't know. De Niro, I've done stuff, but Pesci, I don't know.
You talking about Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that intro to a Mouthful of Shame with you and De Niro was fucking awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, I still can't believe I got him to do it.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
I feel like that's one of the things that made it so that you're not so celebrity photo crazy, because you got a video of De Niro spanking you.
I have it's blown up at my house.
That's a cameo.
I'll never top it.
Yeah, that's the biggest. That's the top of the
I'll
mountain.
never, there's nothing I can do in a special that will ever top that.
Yeah.
As far as openings.
Right.
And how long is the Degenerate thing? Like, how much time do you have to do for that?
It was originally gonna be 15. I went up doing like 20 minutes, and I said no at first because I'm like, no, I'll wait for an hour. But it's like they're only doing I think half of the hour, and I'm like, what am I, a fucking idiot? Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really happy I did it. It would have been
Nice.
so fucking stupid to say no.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So 15 minutes, huh?
It was 20. It came to about 20.
And then they cut it down to 15.
No, they kept it at 20. They let me.
No
They let me edit. I mean, I had the notes in by the next day.
I'd fucking love to do that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's hard because you're kind of gutting your act, as opposed to fucking. You know how when you shoot something, you drop it and just stay at the cellar for 6 months and work.
Do you guys think that there's more future in those 20-minute specials than hour-long specials? Like those are the types of things where you're sitting on the couch, you could just click it on. You don't have to invest.
It's so hard to watch
minutes.
an hour, isn't it? It really is.
Unless it's like an appointment, like holy shit, Dave Chappelle has a new special. Bill Burr has, you know what I mean?
I think the next thing would be like a season of your special in like 15-minute increments with maybe like something before and after, like
So
a show.
You episode it out.
Yeah. Or like a 25-minute, half-hour special would be like perfect.
Like kind of like, I mean, he did it all as one piece, but like how Gary Goldman. Split up his special with like things or
that was
what's
an
her name?
important issue though.
Yeah,
that was really an important. Yeah, go ahead.
And what's her name? Who just did it for Netflix? Who got fired off SNL for cursing after like 2 episodes?
Jenny Slate.
Yes, Jenny Slate.
Did she get fired for cursing?
She said fuck.
Yeah, she said fuck on like might have been her first appearance. And then she was fired at the end of the season, but they didn't use her after that.
Wait, did she say it in the middle of the sketch?
Yes.
Yeah.
She said fucking.
Pull it up.
She said.
Yep.
She said fucking.
What did she do in her special? What did she do?
She did it kind of similar. Like it's a lot about her family and stuff. So she did it at the Gramercy, and she starts on stage and she's doing her stuff. But then you get to cut away and you see her going to her house, hanging out with her sister, hanging out with her mom. Then it goes back to the stage and she's doing more bits and then more stuff with the family that relates to the comedy.
So
I
you
like
get the
that
whole-
stuff.
you
Yeah,
get the whole experience.
I like it when
it
it's
burns
like,
a little less material too because
Yeah.
you're doing other
Mhm.
stuff. But yeah, man, it's
People
harder
get
to take
distracted.
15 minutes or 20 minutes out of your act and then kind of build it back. You know what I mean? It's like,
I guess because on the road you're doing 60 minutes, so you want to put that's what you want to.
Right.
I can't even come up with like a new hour. I mean, like I'm lucky if I have a half an hour. I keep telling him about it. It's like really difficult to come up with new jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's difficult. So
especially when
maybe
it's
a half
joke,
hour would be
joke,
better.
joke.
Yeah.
Doing 20 minutes, I liked it more than I thought I would. When like the whole thing of I should wait. It's like don't be a fucking idiot. This is Netflix New Year's Eve. What are you, stupid? And I'm really fucking glad.
Yeah.
That's my birthday, December 31st. What a little
Whoa.
gift for me.
That was the final motivation.
Yes.
Are you gonna get your bike washed? I'm decorating my bike in advance.
Yes.
Oh, let's see this.
Did you want to see her career? This is from 2009.
Oh,
this
this
is
is a decade ago. Wow.
Yeah, it was a long time
That's her?
ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Jenny Slate was doing a thing with Kristen Wiig, and I do think it might have been her first episode. If not, it was her second.
Right.
She just dropped an F-bomb because she was speaking almost colloquially.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
That's her.
Yeah.
You know what? You freaking just threw an ashtray full of butts at my head. You know what? You stood up for yourself, and I fucking love you for that. You're in my heart, babe. You're in my heart.
I hate the way the audience.
Hey, you
are,
know,
oh.
It's so unfair to them because it's supposed to be live television.
Yes.
and if that happened, they both should be able to laugh or like her go like, "I'm out," you know. I guess bad on me.
But you
but nobody wants it spontaneous. They have to stick to this like
Stick to the
script.
script.
It's ridiculous.
And you can see her as that
went,
sketch
"Ooh."
goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's like broken. Like you could tell she knows.
yeah, you're not allowed to say that.
She just
Fuck
killed her,
that.
her
Television.
career. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's done probably better.
But why is it
since
that
being on
everybody
SNL.
wants to see Jimmy Fallon break and like giggle and
What?
everything?
Because what makes us happier than seeing Jimmy Fallon break? Nothing.
He's charming, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah,
He's
but
not
that's
using
like such a real live moment. Like Dave said, that would be so great if they
it's
were
coarse
like,
language. We don't
you
like
know?
coarse language.
That's a good.
Well,
We
I
have to break, by the
understand
way. We
'cause
have
it's a network
leads.
and it sponsors everything, but they should have like a time delay on it anyhow.
I'm sure they
You know?
do.
It's clearly an accident.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that would be done on purpose, especially since she said friggin' the entire sketch.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was why.
It's a stupid moment. It just happened, and to kill her for it. But they said no, that they didn't fire her for that.
They said that, but
Yeah.
there's no evidence to the contrary.
We have to break real quick and do
Yes.
a couple of reads. You guys will hang right until
Yes.
then.
Absolutely,
Ian
yeah.
Fidance and Dave Attell are both here. Ian and Dave are on the road together. Not only is Ian opening up, but they do a thing at the end where they're on stage together, just kind of riffing, which is amazing. You can see them in New Brunswick, December 13th and 14th. That's at the Stress Factory in Jersey. In Cleveland, December 20th and 22nd at Hilarities. And then here in New York City at Caroline's,
Yes.
December 26th through the 29th, only a couple weeks removed from Jim Norton's stand at Carol's.
12, 13, 14. That's such a great show, you guys, on the road, too. Fuck.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, Dave's a greatest all time. It's incredible to be a part
And
of
who
it.
else is with us at Caroline's?
Oh, I think Christina Hutchinson.
Yes.
From
Oh, that's
Arizona.
great. We love Christina.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really
What a
good
show.
Yeah.
Look at
Don't
Dave.
bring your kids.
Dave bringing up all the young people under him.
There you go, right? I'm
Look
like
at you.
the
Pay it
new,
forward.
I have a good way to
Shecky
sell it,
Green.
too. You should say you can leave with a stocking stuffer of laughter.
Wow.
It's the 26th.
Come down the chimney for some chuckles.
That's right.
Why would you want a stocking stuffer the 26th through the 29th? It's
Because it's
over.
the holiday
Kwanzaa.
season.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Boxing Day, the 26th.
Boxing Day.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. Bro, we got to take breaks. We got lots of people spending lots of money.
That's right.
To have their
Products.
messages and products pitched here on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
I'll
It
even throw one
happens.
in for free. The Dish Voice remote with Google Assistant.
Don't throw that shit in for free, man.
I like to. I like our
Wow.
sponsors to know that we are good.
So we have a couple of announcements.
Yes, we are.
In 2 weeks, we'll be doing our Secret Santa, annual Secret Santa show. Last year it ended in disaster. This year, who knows what'll happen.
Yeah.
Also, December 11th, we've already advertised that there is a taping.
Yes.
Of a Chip Chipperson Christmas special, a very Chipperson Christmas.
Yep.
The second annual.
And we have some good guests.
Good guests are coming in. We had a meeting about it yesterday. Is there any room left? Should we be plugging the email for guests? Okay.
Is there enough people?
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's going to be up in the fishbowl. So that's full. For those of you that are coming, you should know.
Ew.
We're also going to be taping a holiday Jim Norton and Sam Roberts special. So the Chip Chipperson Christmas special just got a lot bigger. It's going to be Jim Norton and Sam Roberts and the Chip Chipperson Christmas specials. 2 shows. Back to back.
What time are we starting with me and you?
5 p.m. But that's only for people coming.
5 p.m. It will. You're right.
That can be answered on email.
Well, I got to tell you,
Ian Fidance is here.
Yeah, and Dave Attell. They came in together like a team.
They were smoking cigarettes. I don't even think these guys jewel.
Where's your coat?
No.
You went out.
I took it off.
Oh, that one. I'm
Yeah.
looking at the corduroy jacket. I'm like, is he outside without a jacket?
No,
It's like your grandmother.
Easy, ma'am. He's all right.
I really am a fucking.
Well, it's funny
chilly
because
out there.
Oh,
it's
you're gonna
chilly
die.
out, and what I need to do is get some Chip Chipperson merch. Those sweatshirts are amazing.
Do you like them?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, on
Yep.
podcastmerch.com. That was Louis J. Gomez's idea.
Somebody photoshopped a Chip Chipperson logo on a picture of me wearing a sweatshirt, and I would like to say that it is a forgery.
And Bob Kelly was not happy. Nor was Colin Quinn.
They both got it too, huh?
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's
I
forgery.
smell North Korea.
It's a deep fake, is what it is. It's a deep fake. I don't wear that sweatshirt.
We're going to stop selling them in a few days.
Please do.
So what does Chip do for the holidays? I mean, what does he celebrate anyhow?
You know, it's just the same thing Jim Norton does.
Okay.
What, wallowing in
Which
self-pity?
is?
Wallowing in self-hatred. It's not self-pity.
Oh,
It's self-hatred.
different. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he'd be
and-
more excited for the holidays since there is a boyish sense of wonder about him.
Yeah, there is, yeah, but no, he objects to the things Jim puts in his mouth.
Does Chip ever criticize Jim in Jim's personal life? I see. I see. So that's what Chip is.
Oh, the inner voice.
You know, I thought since it's, Baby Frankie has made, our intern
Yes.
Baby Frankie, he's made a big splash, especially late into his internship. It's always very sad when the interns make their big splashes late in their internships because they got to go. Today,
Well, who's Big Frankie?
Baby Frankie.
Baby Frankie.
Today is Baby Frankie's last day.
Oh no!
Really?
He
I
rose.
hardly knew ye.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He rose to fame on the show during our Halloween parade by dressing up as famous fisherman from New Jersey, Mike Iaconelli. And he has since he's been doing some interviews. Yesterday, he interviewed Jim Norton on the air. And I feel like it was a super effective interview.
Yeah.
Because not only did we learn a lot about Jim, we learned a lot about Baby Frankie.
That's right.
What?
So, baby, since it's your last day,
Don't push us by David Tell.
I thought that maybe you might have a
Who is
question.
he?
This is Baby
Oh,
Frankie.
okay.
He's our intern. There's the guy right there.
Where does he? Are you a college person? Is that it?
That's right. I'm a college person, one of those.
Which college do you go to?
Ramapo College of New Jersey.
Really?
I love the rhythm of his voice.
He
Everything
kind of looks
gets
like an
answered.
American jihadist to me.
Yeah, we had discussed maybe trying to pull off a Fu Manchu for your last day. You decided no?
They were trying to get me, but nah.
Okay, good for you. Stand up for
You
yourself.
think he has like a John Walker Lind?
He does, yes. It's that Afghani haircut that got me. That Kabul special. So, Baby Johnny, did these guys fill out a report for your school? Is that what they have to do now? You got credit for being here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Dave's he's just asking a simple question.
Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to make a little conversation.
So, what'd you think of the experience?
I loved the experience. They put me on air. I got to do some cool stuff. I
Mhm.
was just cutting some Watergate stuff.
Oh, you are. Everybody was nice to you, right?
Yeah, everyone was nice.
It's a nice
to me.
vibe.
Good.
Yeah.
Had fun?
Absolutely.
It seems like you're leading the witness.
That's a great point.
Where were you on July
Yeah.
25th?
State for the record that everybody
Yes.
conducted themselves professionally and in a friendly manner.
But no, I mean, I liked Frank. I enjoyed watching, seeing him every day.
Yeah. Frank, I wanted to give you a little treat since it is your last day and you did such a great job.
Sam shoots himself.
This is my Bud Dwyer moment.
This will hurt somebody.
Frankie,
here's your reward.
We have a little message from Potty Mouth Grandma. I'd like you to hear.
I thought that maybe since you've taken to interviewing people, you would want to ask Dave Attell and Ian Fidance a question, if you want.
All right. I mean, I got one in mind.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know it's 2 days in a row, but like they say, pork roll is life.
Like they say.
Yeah, they do.
What?
All right. Have you guys ever heard of pork roll?
Yeah.
All right.
It's fucking great.
You didn't get an answer from Dave.
Yeah, what about you there in the corner?
This is really how you treat a guy? You let him answer a question to other people?
He
This
wants-
is his last day?
Yeah, I mean, what type of...
It makes
Look,
him happy, Dave.
Wow.
Dave, you are a legend, okay? Here's the thing.
That's like, hey, we're going to take you out to eat. Whatever we don't eat, you can eat. They were just asking us questions. I don't know. What is it? What is it?
It's pork roll is one of the best breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, that I thought it was some kind
Yeah.
of new kind of pod or something. I thought it was some kind of GHB thing or something like that.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
know what
get-
it is. Yeah, do you like it too?
I love it.
Pork roll, egg and
This
cheese,
is
with
awkward.
a little bit of mayo and hot sauce on a roll.
Do you want me to buy you one? Do you have a lot of friends back up at what's the college?
Rampo, yeah.
Do they have like dorms there, or is that a commuter school?
I mean, there's dorms there, but a lot of people commute.
So where do you guys party? Like, where do you do it? At the train station, or where do you go?
Is that in Maui?
Mawa.
Oh, I met a cam girl that went there.
Really?
Yeah.
In Mawa?
It's probably one of the best cam girl schools in the country.
It is, yeah.
It's the Harvard of cam girl.
Yeah, I met her on a Greyhound bus.
What's your study? What are you studying?
I'm a social science major. I have a concentration in environmental sustainability.
And what do you hope to do with that?
Be awkward on the radio?
Really?
I think he's holding his own. Go
I do
ahead.
too.
What do you think?
Well, really, I started undeclared, was taking classes, didn't really know what I wanted to do. I did radio shows in high school and college.
Mhm.
When I found out that I wanted to pursue broadcasting further, I was like, well, I don't want to start all over, so I just stuck with the classes and then got the internship and did outside stuff in broadcasting.
See, smart.
That's good.
Smart.
great.
Making the best of his situation.
I like it.
That's
resourceful.
Cool that's cool you started doing it in high school. That must have been really fun.
Yeah, my high school had a radio station. I did that for a few years. And then my college
No
has a radio
way.
station. Yeah.
Would
Was
you
it-
play music? Like, what kind of
Yeah,
station was it?
I mean, in high school, I didn't have a choice. I had to play country music, but it was like
Nice.
a talk show too.
Uh-huh.
Then in college, I did more of a talk show, and since it was commercial free, I played some songs in between, but not much, like 2 or 3 songs in between.
What music?
Classic rock.
Hell yeah.
He's a big classic
yes.
rock fan.
So what kind of high school has its own radio station?
I went to.
He was homeschooled.
What kind of? I don't get it. Like
I went to a regional high school, so it was a big high school, and
I mean, aren't all high schools
Sounds more
regional?
like a jail to me.
Yeah. All high schools do exist in a region.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what he's talking
Yeah, it was a
about.
high school open to the public. One of those.
Got it.
So were you a big, that must have been cool being on the radio station in high school, right?
Yeah, it was awesome.
You must have been pretty popular, huh?
The most. I got all the girls, man.
Really?
Yeah, no,
And
not really.
how close are you to graduation now?
I graduate in a few weeks.
That's great.
Nice.
And are you going to move down to the city? What are you thinking of doing?
I mean, right now I'm applying to jobs, and I'm commuting to the city right now. So if I could get a job, I will keep commuting to the city.
How long of a ride is it from where you are?
I drive 20 minutes to a bus stop, and it takes me an hour to get here in the morning.
That's dedication.
That is
He should get a
dedication.
job
That's
here
great.
afterwards.
For this show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Or somewhere. I don't know. I think you'd be good with Sway in the morning.
Yeah, I think it could be good. Yeah. Did you want to ask any follow-up questions to prove any points about your? Because you started with the
pork roll.
With the pork roll thing. I don't know if there was. I didn't want to.
I took a little issue with that as a Jewish person. I thought it was leading me to something there.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
There was
Pork.
a kind of a jingle of anti-Semitism to it.
Very small, though.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
tiny.
I see.
Yes.
I could see where you would pick up on that. Well, did you intend for that to be there, Frankie? A little
No,
anti-Semitism?
Absolutely not.
It's
Good.
just what we
Good.
call a happy accident.
Serendipity.
Yes, it's interesting he's wearing a Free Palestine shirt. But go ahead.
Now, since you've heard of pork roll before, have you ever heard it called anything else?
No.
Well, let's see. Down at the orphanage, they used to call it Christmas.
Have
No.
you? What
Yeah,
else
what is it called?
You've never heard of Taylor ham?
Oh, Taylor ham. Yeah. Pork roll,
yeah.
Taylor ham. Yeah.
Dave, you've never?
No, this is like an awkward conversation.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, is it going to lead to us eating a pork roll, or is something going to happen?
I mean, it would, but nowhere nearby New York sells them. It's really just a New Jersey
Oh, this is
thing.
like your thing. The thing you like to eat.
It's a New Jersey thing.
He likes to
I get
eat it, and he has dealt with. We found out yesterday. It's a big topic of conversation with him and his friends at college. That he fights with them because they say it's called Taylor ham,
Right.
And he says no, it's called pork roll.
Well, what do you think Bernie Sanders would say?
Good question.
Honestly, would he say, you know what? You'll never have to buy another pork roll in your life. We're going to take care of this for you. What do you think?
Do you think pork roll should be socialized?
I think Bernie Sanders would just be like, you could call it whatever you want. It's freedom of speech. Call it whatever you want. It's yours.
That's
I
a
think
very
it's
good.
a-
That's a very good
Help!
impression.
I need an ambulance. I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, some people call it pork roll or Taylor ham or like this conversation will not get me laid. You know.
Speaking of
College is way different now.
It's
This is
very
like,
He
you
seems
know.
like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And I know you love radio, correct?
That is correct.
You do. So if you were like your own radio guy, what would your show be called? Like, what would you name it?
Pork roll in the morning.
I told him he should get a co-host and just call it pork roll and Taylor ham.
I like
and that could be their characters.
That could be their names.
Wow.
Yeah. Would you ever think about
Taylor
doing something
ham
like
with the
that?
weather.
Maybe we can let him answer it. Go ahead.
There is already a show in New Jersey called Pork Roll and Eggs.
Really?
There is.
Is it your favorite show?
No.
Oh.
No.
But if I had my own show, I mean, in college, it was called The Frankie D Show. I
like that.
I'd probably continue with that.
That sounds like where you get like betting tips. Frankie D, and here's my numbers. Let me give them to you. I'm going with the Eagles.
That's right.
Are you a sports
Beating the
guy or no?
spread.
I'm not a sports guy.
Okay.
Pork roll and eggs with Nina and Tom. Thunder 106.3.
Like that Nina and Tom just had the ego that, no, we need to get our names on there, too.
Yeah.
Did you grow up listening to Jim and Sam? I mean, like, I'm sure you're a longtime listener before you became an intern, right?
I listened to them before I got the internship.
Like as homework or as like a fan?
As a fan, I mean, when I got into radio, when I was like a lot younger, I didn't even know that there was really like entertainment radio. I just heard like
These are the people who listen to this show.
Right. It's still up in the air.
Right now, it's definitely on the fence. No, but you know what? I'm always against these unpaid internship things, but I think it's cool in radio to some degree. You get to start out. I think other entertainment should, like, you never hear about this in the world of magic. They never get a new kid a break.
Right.
You gotta like earn your bones, I guess, doing kids' parties and like somehow make it happen and go to Vegas. Can somebody think of another form of entertainment where they have an internship?
They do them a lot of times in corporations, but I don't think you're allowed to anymore. Like, are you getting paid?
Yeah, I'm getting paid.
There is now a thing where they
go.
can't even
Thank
do it.
God.
It's a little something,
I
yeah.
did have another radio internship where I wasn't paid.
You did?
Yeah, but
Who was it for?
2 stations in New Jersey.
Pork roll and eggs?
That was one of them.
I mean, that's a magic trick in and of itself, convincing people to work for free because you get 1 credit.
But I mean, you're a
Yeah, but
comic.
it's their dream,
like-
though. They
yeah,
wanna-
but weren't you performing stand-up for a long time
Yeah.
without making money?
Yeah, but that's a different thing. That's
Is
more
it?
of a calling.
Yeah.
But you do get credit for
I
it.
didn't realize.
Sorry.
You get
It's a
free
noble
experience.
pursuit.
Yeah, it's like
free
a preset.
experience. And you get on the air sometimes and you get to try stuff
Well,
out.
you make connections that allow you to get
Yeah,
jobs.
and it does work.
And you learn.
But, okay, I'll make an addendum. It's helping you learn and something you're going to go towards. But if you're doing an internship where you're basically like an assistant and you're not doing anything to further yourself and you're just
Oh,
basically-
yeah, like a
that's
corporate
bullshit.
intern.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
corporate internships suck.
Yeah.
They make you do a ton of work. Even when you get off work, you have to do more work and everything. And it's like, well, it'll be
Yeah, but
worth it.
You know, they're kind of like they're basically they don't know what to do with you. Like they know they have to use it, but they really aren't allowed to like do. You know, you're not allowed to work.
But they say
You're
it's
gonna be
not
there.
what you know, it's who you know. And wouldn't
never heard
having an
that. Connections.
internship make it
Yeah.
start bringing in some of those who's? I wouldn't know Baby Frankie if not for this fabulous internship.
Well,
Yeah.
do you mind the name Baby Frankie? Because that could be the start of our lawsuit. I think it's a cool name, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean,
Okay.
it kind of came out of nowhere. I'm still curious where it came from.
Yeah, no, I am
So,
too.
Who was your favorite of all the celebs you met coming and going from the show? Who's like the one that blew you away?
And don't be shy, Frank.
This is the post-internship wrap-up.
That's a good question.
Here's
I
the
mean-
best and the one that like you were like, wow, I thought it would be a lot different, like totally different than what you thought. Go ahead.
I mean, I didn't really get to meet him, but like just ones I saw, like Donald Trump Jr. was a big one because he's just huge in the media right
Sure.
now.
He's the son of the president.
He is the son of the president, so that was huge. I mean, she wasn't on this show. I saw Selena Gomez down there one
Oh,
day.
neat.
That was big.
You know who Frank is a big fan of, who he's obsessed with?
Yes.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, he loves Jeffrey Epstein.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. But only the financial stuff, he says. Only the financial
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah. How did he do it? No, who's
He
your
loves,
yeah, go
he
ahead.
loves Nikki Glaser.
Yes.
Oh, well, there you
I
go.
like Nikki
Yeah.
Glaser.
That's
How
great.
cool is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, well, I can get you in there if you want to really work for it.
This is how these things
She thinks you're hot. She thinks you're hot.
We just find
Does she?
No.
just find Ian jerking off into a potted plant. Go, no, we'll meet Nikki after.
Yeah,
You watch me
yeah.
jerk off into this plant
Yeah,
first.
now call me pork roll.
She was very apologetic that she couldn't come in because she actually wanted to do it, but
Yeah.
this week her schedule was busy. But she felt bad because I told her what it was, and she was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." Like she wanted to do it for you, but
Yeah, I like-
Frankie wanted to interview Nikki.
So we're kind of like the pork roll, if you will.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
you're the Taylor
Yes.
Ham.
We're the
Nikki
Taylor
was
Ham,
the
and
pork.
she's
roll.
a
Oh, I get it.
Well,
I
she's
get it.
vegan, so you might have put a,
Is she?
a stick in her
For how
spoke on
long?
that for a while.
It's even worse than being anti-Semitic.
I know.
I know.
I
If he
thought
had
you
done that
also,
and
Jim,
insulted her
didn't you
for
give
being
up meat
vegan?
and stuff like that?
No.
Really?
I mean, I eat more
You
fish
look
than
it,
red meat.
but
Yeah, no, I don't.
Do you feel like you missed the golden age of radio, like when it was wackier? Because now it's
Yeah,
definitely
for
a lot
sure.
tamer.
Okay,
You know?
Yeah.
well, that doesn't make Jim and I feel that great, but go
No,
ahead.
but these
in
guys were
general, he's
there.
right.
They were
Yeah.
like they're like
Yeah,
the
you guys are the
warriors.
kings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you're right. It's
No, of
different
course.
than it was. It was like the Wild West for a long time on satellite. And even before that on terrestrial, you can get away with. In 2001, 2002, the shit we got away with on fucking O&A.
Yep.
dude,
Yeah.
I used to
Never.
run home from school to go to like Foundry.com to like see what you guys were doing.
Yeah.
And all I found was a bunch of watermarks.
Yeah.
That's an old
No.
school reference.
Baby Frankie, are you afraid that just as you graduate and head into the world of radio, you'll be replaced by AI, a robot?
Great question.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to, I know a lot of people, they say used to start off with music radio, and they say that now is basically like all recorded stuff, and
Yep.
that kind of ticks me off. I'm like, well, how do you really work your way up from that?
That's aggressive.
Frankie.
I like talking to, it's
Slade
kind of
over
like
here.
talking to myself.
Yeah.
Kind of have the same kind of look, different generations.
Right. Right. I mean that's a very good compliment. Wouldn't you love to know that in a few years from now you could grow up to be a Dave Attell?
Oh, of course.
God, that would be. I wish nothing, but that's the worst.
Just the physical. Just the physical.
That's the last day of an internship. What a gypsy curse that is. Anyway, these robots.
I'm still laughing at an Afghan haircut.
So anyway,
we were talking about Bernie Sanders. We were talking about robots, which makes me think about Andrew Yang. Did you guys see?
I love that guy.
I love him
great.
too. He's my guy.
Yeah,
because he's the only one
That's
talking
not
about
him.
No, that's Rick Springfield. He's the only one talking about robots.
Yes.
And he's the only one talking about the fact that they're going to take everybody's jobs, and so we got to give everybody $1,000, which I adore.
I'm a very big Bernie guy, but I feel like 2016 was the time.
Yep.
And he
Yeah.
got totally robbed by the Democrats.
But then he jumped in line instead of fighting. He got in
Yes.
line. He should have fought.
Yes, that was very telling.
Yes.
But
he was too willing to be like, okay, well, I'll work with you instead of like holding his ground. But now I feel like I've kind of morphed into a Yang guy.
Yang is great. But did you see the video that came out yesterday? Andrew
With the
Yang's
whipped cream?
Yeah.
What was that?
Andrew Yang,
what was
he
it?
opened like a campaign headquarters in New Hampshire. And so there were a bunch of people there that were happy to see him. Hit pause for a sec, Troy.
Oh, no.
And they wanted him, they got on their knees so he could squirt whipped cream in their mouths.
Why?
Wow.
And I want you to...
Is that a cultural thing? Is that a sign of a good New Year or? I don't want to get fired from my writing job before I comment on it.
I want you to not only take a look at Andrew Yang's reaction to all this, but pay attention to his panicking campaign worker that's with him, the guy that's trying to control this whole thing, who knows that this is already a bad idea. It's
Especially
great.
after the Biden finger thing. What are we doing?
When Biden's nibbling his wife's finger?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
But see, hang on, hit pause for a second. Why the guy's on his knees, which
Yeah.
means Andrew Yang is pointing the whipped cream waist high.
But he
What is
held
this
it in a
for?
smarter way than he could. I was worried
Yeah.
it would look more like a dick, but the way he held it. But yeah, the campaign guy behind him is like, "What are you doing?"
I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
could
why-
you could deep
why?
fake a dick in there very
Why is
easy.
this?
Baby
why is
Frankie,
This
is that how you got your internship?
That's right. Sam got down there and I got the whipped cream.
That's right.
Baby Frankie.
That is the way it happened.
I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. There's just something about the trade tariffs.
It continues.
Oh, there's more?
Oh, yeah. You see the guy already behind him is like putting his hands up in the air like, what are you guys doing?
This opening is complete.
Who's next? Get here.
Why? No.
Look at him. He's trying to stop him.
Oh, he's going, "Don't do it."
What was that for?
God for the good for the guy behind him who was like, "Stop!" Like the guy was like, "Enough."
The campaign worker is literally physically removing him from this.
I'm
from this
so
thing.
uncomfortable.
But you know what?
so
Andrew Yang is again.
uncomfortable.
He's not a politician, so he sees these and he's trying to be a good guy.
Right,
Yeah,
but
he's
is
trying
this
to
like
be a guy
a,
of the people.
is
You know
this
what?
like a Howard Dean thing? Like
I
this
don't
is going to
think it's
ruin
that
his
It's
bad.
not as bad, but JFK was really smart because they brought him a cowboy
He
hat.
died early.
Yes, he got out quick. Someone brought him a cowboy hat and they said they wanted, but he was so afraid of having a photo taken of himself looking stupid.
He's not gonna do
the
it.
irony of that is, but he goes, no, in the White House. I'll try it on in the White House. You come and I'll try it on there. Like he gently diffused it, but he knew don't put that fucking hat on because you're
Yeah.
gonna look like an asshole.
See, like, we're not going to have any more Howard Dean moments because of Trump. Like, the idea of, like, somebody
Right.
doing something wacky and not being a proper candidate, like, that's over.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
if Biden had a no malarkey bus,
He's got to know
10 years ago.
His teeth fell out of his face during a debate.
Even Obama's not. He's not gonna endorse
back,
him.
yeah,
Of course he's not.
crazy.
He's not going to win.
Who?
Biden.
All right.
But, yeah, I mean,
I know you guys got so political. This is pretty new stuff, right?
well, we got to hit all markers. You know what I mean?
understand.
Yeah,
We like to
Here at
remind
Jim
people.
And Sam, there's no malarkey.
Let's ask Baby
No
Frank. I
malarkey.
mean, like he's the generation. Is this the first time you ever voted in an election?
I've only voted once.
Did you know?
So no, is the
Did you
answer.
vote?
No.
Did you vote this time?
No,
Well, there's been no vote yet.
So you've only known a white president. Is that really?
Who are you liking, baby Frankie?
Right now, I am not a fan of anyone.
There you
Whoa,
go.
that's a
He's what's
wedge.
called the undecided voter.
That's a wedge. That's okay.
He's the new Ken Bone.
Yeah, he's waiting for the Russian bots to tell him who to vote for. Correct, Frankie?
Right.
You're not into pregnant
Hi,
chicks,
I'm
are
a
you?
composite girl made up of all your porn searches. I think you should vote for it. Be very careful, baby Frankie. The Russians are all over it.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, that's true. The 2020 census is going to be a fucking mess.
Oh, it's going to be disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're totally fucked.
Yeah.
Everything is fake. No one knows the truth.
No, nobody cares either.
Yeah.
No.
It's the simulation's broken.
It's
It's
over.
weird.
Yeah.
Why
You
did
think
Yang do that?
Yeah.
Well,
I think Yang should be president so he can just get the simulation back on track. He seems smart enough to know how. He wears a
Yeah.
math pin.
Well, he's like you saw him in the debates.
Yeah.
Did you see him? Yeah. He's pretty good.
But he's not
He
getting
has
any
no
airtime.
foreign policy kind of thing, you know.
No.
But he would be the best president if we were attacked by aliens from outer space. Don't you think?
I
That he
think
would
so.
Figure it out, some kind of virus we can put in their computer that would take them down, something like that.
Plus, he's already given everybody some cash, so we're all straight at least for
I
the
don't think
time
that's
being.
going to
buy
happen.
guns
What?
for the
I don't
aliens.
think that give $1,000 to everybody.
Isn't that bribing?
Well,
People
yeah.
are going to sit at home watching robots do everything. And by the way, this driving car, what do you think, baby Frankie? Are you really ready to give up the wheel just as you're just learning how to drive? How old are you? You know how to drive, right?
Yeah, I'm 23.
There you go. You're probably the last generation that'll I need to learn how to drive.
I need a license. You're right. Yeah.
I think it's not going to happen anymore.
I mean,
Holy shit.
I feel like they should at least have an option to drive these self-driving cars. I wouldn't trust a self-driving car, honestly.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
And since you do kind of look like an Uber driver, that's a good stance. I'm with you on that.
Well, guys, I think you should all check out Ian Fidance
Yep.
and Dave Attell. They are
Oh,
performing.
such a fucking good show.
I'm
together
gonna
live.
throw it in right now.
Yeah.
Baby Frank, if you and your friends want to come, or you and a buddy, I'll put you on a list.
Whoa!
Wow, there it is.
And maybe take
Stress
a young
Factory.
lady.
Yes.
Yes.
Stress Factory.